It's better now?
It sounds fine for me.
Everything has been fine the
Yeah.
whole time.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I say that we're all good now. We're ready to go. Ready to go?
I'm ready, dude.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't watch most of the stuff with Miz and Hasan or whatever. I didn't watch most or any of that. It was mostly your podcast that I watched.
Yeah.
And overall, I just feel like you guys there was not a point of defense, but any kind of like counter argument because you guys were like going 3v1 against Adin of all people. Well, I want to diminish Adin, but you know,
What do you mean Aiden of all people? What does that mean?
Well, I mean, he's kind of like bare bone, just doing stuff, you know. I think he's kind of like me, like years ago when when there was like a thought process. I'd have a tough time like voicing it properly. I still do. I still have that, but you know.
Okay, so great. Let's hear it. Tell me what I got wrong, and let's start there.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't have that many points. It's just the fact that let's say you're going at something, right? Like the Gamba stuff that even I agree that it's wrong on multiple levels, right? When you say a bunch of truths and you swoop in some lies or misconceptions, I think it can be really damaging because what that does, in my opinion, is that it makes everybody who did it, who has done it, or people who have even moved on after doing it even once, make them look like really terrible, much more than they should. They should be fucked on, but not like to a crisp where they can't recover.
Hold on. So you're insinuating that I swooped in with misinformation or lies, and obviously I would disagree. So let's just start by saying what are those misinformation and lies?
Fuck yeah. Okay. Some of the stuff you guys said, like almost on a podcast, where you guys are like, oh dude, these like 400k wins, 300k wins. I mean, this can't happen. It's got to be rigged somehow, right? Like. It's big advertisement if they get a big win on stream or whatever, and it shows to the viewers it's rigged. And Hila even agreed. And I mean, you pushed a point. She agreed. Everybody agreed. You guys made jokes about it. And I think that kind of makes people really look really bad. Because
all right, hold on one second. Did you just run an ad on your stream?
It's automatic.
Shit, I was like, damn, dude, fucking get it, boy.
Yeah, because I was like, so I said run ad block because it's automatic.
Oh, okay. I don't have ad block on this one. That's okay. So you're saying that. So basically, I don't know why you're saying 300 or 300,000. The stuff, the specific wins that we looked at were all in the millions, and I thought to myself, this is very unlikely that multiple streamings are winning top level millions jackpot, million, 2.5 million. I mean, the likelihood of that is very, very low. Now, I have no problem believing that you guys, because I know you were gambling on the very high end.
Ethan, listen. I'm okay with a discussion, but if you're gonna backpedal like a bit of a bitch, you're backpedaling right now. You're doing it right now.
Whoa!
You made a statement, and you had an opinion. You were strong about it, and you went hardcore, and you were backed up by your peers.
How did I backpedal? You're misrepresenting what I said.
No, that's not true.
I was the jackpots that I showed in the podcast were specifically people winning $1 million jackpots. And I said the likelihood of this happening is very low. Now, what am I backpedaling on?
Well, it was
That's exactly what I said on the podcast.
Yeah, but it was a little bit harder, though. It went all the way to say that it was unregulated, which does make sense. And then like, oh, yeah, rigged. Yeah, that's not happening. And Hila backed it up. Well, if you still a discussion like that and you let a lot of comments fly, right? That's like, you have to understand it. You understand that it's bad for everybody.
Because the gambling is bad for everybody.
Okay, now you're you're going back to the top of the umbrella. Fucking, we already both know this.
Well, hold on. You're not addressing what I said. I never had a problem with people winning 200, 300,000 jackpots. It seems very unlikely to me, and it still does, that multiple Twitch streamers can be winning these top-level $1 million jackpots. The odds of that happening, if you go into a casino, for example, you're not going to cruise through there in a month's time and be seeing these huge $1 million jackpots in the same place. The likelihood of that is very low. Now, let me clarify further. I think it's entirely possible, and in fact, understanding who you are and your reputation, and I see that like you've apologized and made amends for this. I don't think you are in on this, okay? I think these websites, which are unregulated, have full capacity to fudge the statistics when you guys are playing to make it more likely that you hit these big jackpots, to make it more appealing to the people watching. That's the
Fair
problem
enough.
with unregulated.
Fair
This
enough.
is the problem with unregulated casinos. If
Yeah.
you go to Vegas, if you play, there's big casinos that are regulated by different commissions.
Okay, good. I'm gonna stop you right there then. Okay, since you're kind of galloping, there's a lot of points you made, and I think there was 4 there where that I want to address, and now you're going to a 5th one. It's kind of hard.
Go ahead.
Okay, one. Okay. How often do you go to the casino and you see somebody pull out a $50,000 chip, and you see him slamming into the machine over and over again, back to back to back to back?
The jackpots that we saw people win were on $1,000 bets.
Okay, $1,000 bets. It's not $1,000 bet. It's $1,000 bet that leads the person to a $50,000 bonus. That's what people are buying into or winning. It's a bonus worth $50K. So would you not say that it's like there's a good likelihood or one that is reasonable that if you're in a $50,000 bonus, you could get a 2x, which is 100,000, a 4x, which would be 200,000, because let's say you're playing something like I'm not going into specifics, but let's say you're going to play Fruit Party. Okay, if you're doing $500 spins, you can naturally get a bonus, right? You can naturally get it. But if you want to buy it instantly, it's $50,000. Literally, you're buying a bonus for $50,000. The likelihood that you could be getting a 400K, 500K win, even a million, it's not that unlikely. That would be a 20x.
I agree.
Is that crazy? It's not that crazy.
Oh, but the bets the people were betting, and they won those huge $1 million plus jackpots, are $1,000. They were not 50,000.
Yeah, it makes sense. The bonuses is where everybody get their shit, and yeah, you're right. It is $1,000 spin, but if you enter a $50,000 bonus on a $1,000 spin, yeah, you got lucky to get the bonus, and you got lucky again in your bonus. Does that make sense? But yeah, you're right. It is still a $1,000 bet, but
Here's the thing.
Go ahead.
At the end of the day, it's not even about how much we bet or how much you win or whatever. I trust that you're not scamming anyone, right? I'm say that now. Okay.
Right.
What is the problem is that these gambling sites are unregulated.
Makes sense.
And I know from firsthand experience what unregulated gambling sites do and what it means for the people using it.
Makes sense.
Unregulated gambling sites have the ability to do anything they want. There's no oversight, and it is basically a functional fraud.
Yeah, right.
They can fudge the numbers, the statistics.
Yep.
They cannot pay out people who are winning.
Oh,
they can
wait.
change.
You skipped a step there. You skipped a step. You said they can fight with the statistics. I could be wrong about this. I'm willing to take information from some website or some source if you guys have it. You're missing a step. You're going from player to website, but you're forgetting the middle part, the middle ground, the middleman, provider. It's player, provider, website.
You're saying the software that powers.
Yeah, the player plays on the website, but ultimately they're playing a game that is from a provider, like Pragmatic Gaming, Play and Go, or some other bullshit. These are the providers. They make the game.
Okay.
The website hosts the games, and you can use your bounds, whatever, and whatnot to interact with the game. Then you're betting, but ultimately you're interacting with the provider.
So
you're
who is
saying
the provider? Do you know if the provider?
They're very well established. I'm pretty sure very legitimate. I mean, quote unquote, providers. Like Pragmatic is fucking huge.
Right, but so let me tell you this. I happen to know, again, from firsthand experience, when I was living in Israel, I worked for gaming websites just doing marketing bullshit. Mm-hmm. And the whole industry crumbled because the websites and the software were all in on this massive scam because it was all unregulated. And what the sites were doing together with the software is they would do this thing called risk management. When people were winning, they would lower the stats. And sometimes if people were playing and they wanted to win, they could raise the stats. And then the other thing that they do, which is outside the software's control, is change the rules. When someone actually wins is trying to cash out, they'll say, we suspect you were cheating. That's one of their go-tos. Or they'll just make these onerous, impossible goals to meet with ID and verification.
Okay.
To the point where these people can never get their money out.
Okay, makes sense. That sounds like a website problem. That seems like anecdotal evidence to me. Depending on who you worked with or whatever, I don't know if they're big or not. But right now you're talking about like colossuses of the industry. I don't know that much about it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, were they like absolute global overlords that have in real life casinos, multiple of them, multiple locations, all across the board games that legitimately are regulated? Now you're talking about a scam that would go in, that would be to crazy lengths. Now you're talking about some flat earther shit, nearly.
I don't follow the flat earther comparison, but
I think like
everybody will say
it's like the NASA. Everybody's on it. Everybody. Nobody's lying.
Well, I don't know.
Everybody.
So we're talking about something that I don't have a specific knowledge of. So if you're playing on these websites with crypto, and you don't need an ID and everything, I don't know all the specific softwares that they host. I don't know that the specific softwares that game people play on. So I can't sit here and confirm one way or the other. Oh, well, this slot software is secure and this one is not. So I can't have that conversation because I don't have that information.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's just that I feel like overall it yeah, like I said, like I'm not gonna bash it from this. Okay, the gambling shit is bad. We all agreed on that. It's just that whenever we throw shit like this, it makes some of the gambling that was literally just but hitting slot machines all day look like some CSGO Lotto fucking scandal. And it makes everybody look like way worse. Even people that did it once or a couple times, they even moved on. It makes it look terrible. It makes it look part of some sort of fucking advanced racket when it's really not.
I do. So here's what I think. I don't think you're part of an advanced racket, but I do think these casinos that are paying people millions of dollars every month to play is part of an advanced racket. I do believe that.
Okay.
But I don't think you're a part of it. And I think it's great that you stopped. And I think that the fact that you did stop is like totally great, and that you can move on having known that you have acknowledged that this was damaging and that you stopped, and that's fine. Like Mizkif did it. He stopped for the same good reason as you, and I have respect for you guys for doing that. The problem I have with Aiden Ross is that after that conversation, he became aware of these issues, he acknowledged them, and he specifically said he's not going to stop.
Makes sense.
And again, there's this other issue of this guy Trainwreck, who I'm supposing everybody likes, so people don't like being critical of him. But it's the same thing. He knows what he's doing is wrong, but he continues to do it. So I mean, that's the pinnacle of doing the wrong thing. It's like once you know something's wrong, you have to stop now. And I'm glad you did.
Yeah, I mean, this is gonna get opinionated real fast. To be, I was just trying to go with like the actual facts, because dude, people are scarred. When people hear words and certain buzzwords or whatever, people go they go kind of crazy. Okay, so whenever people say, oh, the odds are rigged, or this can be rigged, or will be rigged, and whatever, like it really does make everybody look fucking way worse than, you know.
What am I supposed to do? I can't look. I don't know you,
well,
and
I'm
not here to protect your reputation. I mean, I do think that these people that run these casinos have the capacity to fudge the numbers. I don't think you're in on it. I'll say that for sure.
I don't think they do. Unless there's, listen, I hope you understand this. I'll say it again. Some of these companies that run some of these games are like titans. I would genuinely be surprised, and I'm willing to be wrong about this and admit all my faults. If there's an extreme racket between both the providers and the website in a coordinated racket on certain individuals to screw the numbers, it would blow my mind.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna have to go and do more research about like the website you guys are using and the casinos they're using, which I'm happy and willing to do. I'm gonna do that, and we can continue this conversation when I get more stats, or more research on that. But I can say from firsthand experience that they do this. They do this. They do.
Oh yeah, extremely shady bullshit trash. But I think some of the more established, big providers are somewhat regulated.
I agree. But are these the
literally
ones
are, though.
paying you guys $2 million a month to gamble on Twitch?
I got paid dirt fucking cheap.
Okay, well, whatever you got paid, I don't know, but I doubt that these big regulated companies are going to come here and pay people on Twitch, because it's it's borderline. I think it's probably illegal for them to come here and promote these people, because like the regulations around this in the United States alone, let alone international, is absolutely fucking a web of disaster, right?
Well, yeah,
Like,
I mean, and listen, if we start speaking at legality shit, it's a whole fucking wazoo of things that I don't think me or you or anyone on the podcast has any expertise on fucking talking about. It's gonna be an absolute nightmare.
No, well, what I can say, without getting too deep into it, because I agree it's so complicated, is that a big, regulated, reputable casino is not going to sponsor a Twitch streamer who's broadcasting to all 50 states, the vast majority of them it's illegal in, to countries where gambling is extremely illegal in. They're not going to do that, because they're going to get in so much shit with all those governments that it's not going to be worth it for them, to the point where they can even get shut down. That's happened many times.
Okay, yeah.
So the guys operating these affiliate casinos for Twitch streamers are guys that are getting paid in crypto, who are going to disappear one day when the regulators come to clamp down and they start asking questions. They got money that is all clean, all safe in crypto, and they're going to fucking disappear.
Yeah. Listen, I feel like some of these discussions are a little bit above our pay grade, and I just feel like
I'm comfortable with this conversation.
This one is fine. Just the more upper level one, things get really complicated. You're absolutely correct though. I don't think anybody's gonna debate some of this shit. Anybody at all. It was more a fact that I don't want to say something that is just wrong or stupid. Yeah, just like how do I explain this? Okay, I was gonna elaborate on this point. People are very scarred, and they absolutely should be. The CSGO Lotto shit was so damaging. It was the most shitstorm thing ever. Mm-hmm. The people that were just doing it, the people that weren't part of it, that were just like gambling on the websites, like users or whatever, got fucked over. Twitch got fucked over. Lawsuits out the wazoo. The whole thing was terrible. I mean, I'm sure you know about it, right? The Phantom Lord bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
yeah,
whenever people think or hear that things can be manipulated one at a time, like the percentage question mark thing, it rings a really bad bell. And then if you add names to that, like Train, X, Miz, all of them, everybody, and you add names to that bell, it just creates damage. So I feel like whenever you talk about that, you have to be a little bit responsible, especially when you're running like a podcast and you're trying to be factual about things and not opinionated.
I understand that you're upset that your name got included, but I stand by what we said about it. I mean, I don't think I said that you are in on the scam. And I'm willing to clarify that I don't think you're on the scam. And where a CSGO Lotto thing differs from what's still going on now is that people who were promoting the CSGO Lotto shit were the people that owned the website, right? As far as I'm aware, and I don't think there's any evidence that would suggest, is that none of you guys, I mean, obviously I'm not accusing, you definitely are not involved, do not own these gambling websites, obviously, right? So that's the difference.
Wait. So you're still calling it a scam then? You still at your core believe that the whole thing, like most of it is a scam?
Yes.
It's a black and white thing.
I do believe it's a scam. I do believe that I just explained to you how you agreed that these people are going to run away with all this crypto someday in the near future. How is that not a scam?
Okay, no. What part is a scam? The winnings, the like which part?
The part of the scam is that they're taking people's money. They are potentially they're potentially screwing with the numbers, with the payouts, and they're going to run away with all the money. I mean, that is a scam. There is deception. I'm not, again, this is all conjecture, but the fact is that they're doing this via crypto. They're not verifying people's IDs. They're promoting it on Twitch, which any reasonable, ethical, well-regulated gambling company wouldn't do for all the reasons I listed. So, do I know it's a scam? No, but like
no,
obviously, how can I know that? But like my hunch on this and my reporting, which is
no, but they are
all
though.
of my all of my reporting is very editorial. So in my opinion, it is a scam.
Okay. Okay. So now we're going from I know it's a scam to I have a hunch that it may be some.
Dude, I never said I know this is a scam. Everything I do is editorial.
I don't know what that means, editorial.
It's my opinion. How would I know it's a scam? I don't sit in their office and audit their data.
Okay. Okay. Some of these points, some of these points don't make sense. You're saying that they would advertise on Twitch, but they do though. A Rubet, a Steak, fuck ass. They're all advertising on Twitch. Yeah, all the other ones, who the fuck they are. They're all advertising on Twitch. Like multiple people. They have a lot of affiliates on Twitch that are sponsored. So I don't know where you're getting saying that they like what was the point? You were saying that they would sponsor if they were legitimate, but they do.
I don't know which sites you're talking about.
Well, I mean all the big ones. I mean, I don't think anybody gives a fuck about the small dog shit. Like these are legitimate, probable racket. If they're not going with the normal providers like all the other ones and they're being shady and whatnot, yeah, these are trash. But I'm talking like the big hitters, the big names, the ones that people actually use, the ones that are reputable. Those, and you're saying that you're still saying that these are actual scams.
I don't know. I'm saying the ones where you pay in crypto and they don't check your ID are scams, likely scams.
Likely.
Dude, how would I know? I don't sit in their offices, audit. Everything I say is editorial. I'm not a fucking clairvoyant.
Just so you think
that's inherent in what I'm saying. I'm a fucking guy. I give an editorial opinion about things. Obviously, if I say it's a scam, it's based on my reasonable observation of what's going on.
Okay. So what part do you think do you think that they're going to vanish overnight and do an exit scam and just go no more payouts? Fuck you, suck my balls.
Yes,
I'm keeping it.
I think that's very likely.
Okay, so you think they're gonna poof and exit scam out of the blue?
Yes, I think that's very likely.
Okay. What else part of scam is that? What other scam is there in there that you have mixed up in there?
I mean, that's enough, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's enough. But I mean, like I said, I'm trying to go on things that are tangible, things that we can talk about that have happened.
I've listed it. The main points is that they're taking crypto, they're not checking people's IDs, they're having people play on Twitch, play their game. They're paying people to play their game and put their affiliate code on their screen on Twitch.
I'm pretty sure. Not only
there's a highlight. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, no, I'm just saying. It's just that
we're talking in circles here a little bit.
No, a little bit. But I think precision is key in those things, though. If we do have to circle twice to get something right, I mean, we have to do it. If you want, I don't mind. If you want to go, yeah, scam shit, bullshit, they're gonna scam. How?
Well, what do you want me to say? You want me to say I don't know 100% certain it's a scam? Of course, I don't 100% know it's a scam. How could I possibly?
Okay, well, things are tangible, like verifying IDs. They do verify IDs. They do, and they also cross-verify, I'm pretty sure, login locations or whatever, and they ban accounts. And like I said, I'm not defending anybody, but I'm just thinking that's it, like across the board. I don't want people to look like scam art. I get it. Somebody might be a scum lord for promoting gambling. We got that out of the way. That is absolutely true. I don't want them to mix them up, scum lord with scam lord. I
agree. I agree with you. I don't think anybody who's doing this on Twitch is in on the establishment of the owners of one of these casinos.
So who is that? Who is that?
Well, I don't know. Whoever fucking I don't know who owns the casino. I mean, some scammers.
Well, which individual then would be part of it? Somebody you've seen, somebody that's out there.
Why
Anybody?
do I need to know who they are?
Yeah,
They're
anybody.
obviously.
A player, a streamer, anybody.
I said I don't think streamers are involved in the back end.
Okay.
I said I do not think streamers are involved in the back end. And that's how it differs from CSGO Lotto, is because CSGO Lotto was run by people that owned the website, right? So that's where it differs, where you guys are just being paid to promote this product. I don't think that you guys, you streamers, are in on the back end of the ownership of these casinos. I think you guys are just paid to promote their product. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty fair enough. I feel like we've went to like all the way out there, and we're kind of like breaking down slowly. We're kind of like reverting it. So what were you guys mad at? What were the main points that you guys were mad at Aiden for?
So the reason why I was disappointed in Aiden, because he said,
well, no shit.
For all the reasons that we discussed, that promoting gambling is not good, right? You say it's scum Andy, right? So it's a scum Andy situation.
Yeah, it is a scum Andy.
So he acknowledged that. And then I said, so you need to stop. I said, you need to stop doing the gambling. But he said, I can't stop. I'm not done yet. So that's my problem. It's pretty simple. He acknowledged that it's scum Andy, to use your parlance. Thank you. And he refuses to stop. So yeah, that was my problem with Aiden. It's pretty simple.
Okay, I'm not gonna defend him on that because there's no point. But I just feel like the reasoning behind it is probably like this. He thinks it's content. His people think it's content. He enjoys doing it. He gets paid. Whatever moral ethics or whatever you're gonna throw in there, I think he stopped at my first sentence, and it's gonna kind of like stop. So whatever you're gonna throw in there, I don't think it's getting at him. That's why he said, I'm still gonna do it. That's how he sees it.
I agree. Yeah, I mean that's the point. I think it's fucked up though. He's willing to turn his head. He's willing to turn a blind eye to getting a bunch of kids. And I'm sure, I don't know what your demographic is, but I know that Aiden specifically is very young. He's willing to turn a blind eye to hooking kids to gambling, which is extremely, extremely dangerous, damaging vice. I learned the other day from
Hasan, it's the worst of all, pretty much.
Exactly. They call it the deadliest vice because the most amount of people commit suicide from getting addicted to gambling. And so and then kids, on the other hand, these are undeveloped brains that are being exposed to one of the deadliest addiction. They're playing slot machines too, which is like the heroin of gambling, because it's just like click, 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 dopamine, dopamine, dopamine. It's so intense. They have these young, undeveloped brains. They're already getting this taste of adrenaline and addiction. And it is very, very, very bad for them, for their families. It's very damaging. It's fucked up. And he's making like $2 million a month. We saw from his leaked DM. And so, it's easy for him to turn a blind eye, but at the cost of a lot of damage that he's going to be doing to his audience.
So now that we've drawn the problem pretty accurately, now let's try to talk about, since you brought it up as like it increases the problem. What about somebody who wouldn't be doing that, right? Somebody who, because we always hear the thing, oh, he's doing that to children, doing that to kids. At which point does it go across and says it's not towards kids anymore? Like, what really draws the bar? Is it because the streamer's older? His audience is older? At what point are you sort of like, I would say, you could say, immune from that very thing? Because I feel like, this is just my opinion, I think you'll make a good effort, even though it's still scum shit, at drawing the line saying, 18 plus, don't do it. The stream itself being on mature mode, if people want to go across, what is it, like literally like 8 barriers of security, I mean, fuck, it's kind of hard. So then is it like a complete no? Like, at what point is it not towards children, and you can stop saying that?
Yeah, I think that's a really good question. And the truth is, it's probably not an easy answer, but I will say that on YouTube, for example, anytime you even put a link in the description that links to a gambling site, you're going to get terms of service. So the truth is, in my opinion, that Twitch is just not the right place for that because of there's just too much potential for harm there.
What is?
I don't know.
None. I mean, we're never gonna. Nobody's ever gonna agree on any of these points because it's a no across the board.
I think it
think
probably is, and you know, it's fine. It is because at the end of the day, what you're doing is not good. And I understand that it's content. I understand that you're getting paid and that everyone's having fun on the face of it. But like underneath, you've got this big iceberg where on the top, it's everyone's having fun watching and you're making a lot of money. And then underneath the water is this huge clump of suffering that's going to happen as a result of people getting into gambling from watching you. So, I mean, ethically, it's never okay, but it's really even specifically less okay in this case.
Okay, so one of my early reasonings, or early on, before I even start any of this, and I agree with what you just said, my early reasonings, not like a coping, like, oh yeah, it's gonna. Oh, I feel better doing it. I was gonna do it. People always ask every streamer for at least one Gamba stream, whatever, and I wanted to do a Gamba stream, and so I had to sign up, right? And one of my early reasonings, while I was going to that first Gamba stream, that was unsponsored, just willingly, is that there were so many barriers to get there, that like, yeah, even I, as a 25-year-old, I'm like a Zoomer, right? I signed up, did all the verifs, all over. I have a PayPal with money. I have a credit card with money. I have it all set up, and I still couldn't fucking get money in, right? And to me, that was my first thought. I was like, okay, well, fuck. I mean, if I can't fucking do it, you know. It looked like there was a good amount of security barriers behind it that kind of like not downplayed it, but made that like not as bad. Maybe I'm just a dumbass though. Maybe I'm just an idiot for not being able to deposit it. But still,
you're right. Sometimes it can be hard. But the one thing I would point to is that I actually haven't seen, but I've heard references, maybe you've seen it, where streamers show the amount of money that their audience has actually deposited using their codes as a result of their streams, and that these numbers are massive. So however difficult it is, people are figuring it out, right?
I showed mine, and mine were. I'm actually kind of confused about that though. Mine were dog shit. Is it because my people don't gamble? I don't understand. I at least showed them all of them. They were trash. But which doesn't make it better. I'm not gonna sit behind and say, oh,
maybe
a lot of people used it.
It's possible that the way you promoted it was in a way that you were more upfront about it, that what didn't look more appealing to people, whereas there's other people doing it and their numbers are massive. So there's obviously a reason with how they're doing it, how they're promoting it, how they're talking about it, that will drive more people. It could also depend on the website you're on, where maybe the website you were playing on was legit and they were much more rigorous with letting people deposit, where someone else might be playing on a shadier website that's much more easy to get money in.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that would be like and I mean, obviously, the streamer's responsibility, you know, to get something that has a good amount of barriers or whatever. Because all I'm trying to say is that if the age thing is really hard. Because it'll be difficult to navigate through content, right? With like the if people make the correct things, like 18 plus in title, mature barrier, I don't know, age verify login or some shit. It's take all the proper precautions on other topics that aren't gambling, right? Is it gonna be right or not, right? And at that point, I just feel like it's a slippery slope. I generally fear that it could be a slippery slope. Think about it.
Like what? Like what else are you concerned about being excluded from Twitch because we're concerned about the kids?
I've had the same issues in some of my other adventures, like Overwatch League, whatever. Or like drinking alcohol, smoking, or whatever.
Yeah. So the difference is, if you want to drink on stream, you're not getting paid by the alcohol company.
Incorrect.
Hold on, I'm not done.
Friday Fireball, boys. Friday Fireball.
I was gonna say
let's get fucked up. Come on now. Let's not do that. Come on now.
I'm not done talking. You don't have an affiliate code that people are going to go run into the shop and get fucking discounts on alcohol. And also in America, alcohol is extremely regulated. You cannot go into a store and buy alcohol without an ID. For the most part, people are
so
blind.
you're saying there's an 18+ barrier that you have to cross, that you can, it'd be impossible for you to cross that.
Alcohol is regulated very fucking tightly by the government in all aspects. There are laws governing all of that.
So you wouldn't be able to go next to a store and ask somebody to get it, or a brother.
That's up to Twitch, and that's up to the streamer. We're comparing that to gambling, which is unregulated and super shady. Alcohol is
that's on the legal side. That's on the other party's side. What I mean is on the streamer's responsibility and how they drive content when it has a legitimate age barrier.
If you're doing a stream where you're pounding alcohol to the point where you're blacking out, because that's kind of what the gambling is, right? It's like pound, 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 pound. So if you're doing a stream where you're blacked out gambling, or even less, like let's say, because Aiden Ross doesn't even gamble with his own money, so he's got a fucking alcohol full of iced tea. He's not even playing with his own money, and he's pounding iced tea. And he's like, "You guys, let's go get fucked up with me." Of course it's fucked up. I mean, listen, you got to use your head and do the right thing.
No, it makes sense. I'll add to it in a minute. For me, the point really was about
you should get blackout drunk on stream. That's probably a bad idea. I can speak from experience on that one.
It makes sense. All I wanted is that the lines are drawn, that this isn't okay, even with the 18+, and that is, because I feel like if we always push this thing where like if everything you do is that's the children, then you're gonna be like, oh my god, they're drinking, and saying that it's okay to children, smoking, and then it's like a never-ending thing, isn't it? Do you not understand? Like, and it'll be literally difficult to drive content that's organic to these imaginary barriers that are in place that we're putting to try to counter it. But I mean,
society is much better equipped to preventing kids from getting alcohol and cigarettes. I mean, obviously kids can get whatever they want, but like it's well established societal norms and laws and regulations where these kind of wild gambling sites are not.
Oh, okay.
It's not like a brick and mortar gambling store. Like if you go to Vegas and you're under 21, they're not going to let you in the casino.
Makes sense. It's just if we're talking about specifically the barriers, or shit like that. I feel like I've seen it too often where a kid can really take the iPad, go to the random fucking game that has fucking loot boxes or some shit, and spam the $500 button back to back to back to back, and open this shit all fucking day without any barriers whatsoever that prevents them from doing so. So when you talk about only the barrier as an argument, it just doesn't hold up.
You were talking about what? I'm sorry. What was the example you used?
I'm saying, if you're talking about the accessibility and the barriers, a child, or in your examples, children can incredibly easily take their favorite game on their iPad, where their mommy has their fucking Google account logged in, and just spam the 5 on it back to back, and open their little chesty chest. Oh, I got a green key.
I agree.
Blue key.
Listen. You're identifying people that are doing shitty things in a different way. They found a way to do it, in a way that somehow they snuck under the radar. And I agree, that's really fucked up. And some countries actually started regulating that kind of thing with like loot boxes and chance boxes for kids. That is very bad. That I agree with is bad.
Okay, I'm gonna add Train to the call. Yeah, I mean, he wants to be in. Are you okay with that or not?
Who are you adding?
Train. Are you okay with that?
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Run Train on me.
Yo, we still in here, boys? Hey, Ethan, say something.
Run Train on me, daddy.
Okay.
By the way, I don't have a lot of the data at my fingertips to talk to Train on a high level basis about like what games he's playing, where he's playing at. So like if he wants to get into specific stuff like that, I need to do more research to be able to have a high level conversation with him.
Oh no, I've seen a Train stream. I've seen him hit I think 16 bonuses with multiple 0x's and nothing above a 10x. Well, what's up, Train? What's up, man? Hey, your mic is kind of scuffalonia. What's up, man?
Bro, I'm gonna keep it a $150. my main mic ain't working, okay? And I gotta use these A50s, which, listen, it's gonna be a little tough with my deeper voice because these A50s don't really capture it, but we're fucking here. How you
Okay.
doing, H3?
Hi, Trainwrecks. How are you?
Uh-oh.
It's Trainwreck, actually. I don't like to
Trainwreck. Sorry. Train, run. Are you going to here to run train on me?
No. Listen, I look like a mean guy, but I'm actually a teddy bear inside, so don't worry. I'm not gonna run train on you. Unless, hey, if you're into that, we can get naked and do some weird shit together. But, you know, if you're not into that, then no, I'm not running train.
Okay, we'll figure that out later.
All right, sounds good, brother. Okay, so let's get to the, let's get to the brass tacks, okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this is kind of an awkward, because I feel like I entered in at a
No,
time
you're good. Forget it. We're
all talking about everything already, you know, so we have to go back to the beginning. Does that make any sense?
Listen. I think again, I was explaining to
Don't you fucking
xQc that I can't have a high level conversation on all the facts about which games you're playing or which casinos. My main points that I want to make is that one, these are unregulated gambling sites. I don't know which websites you're explicitly gambling on, and we can try to fact check that live. But two, you know, I don't know. People say that your audience is older, but like, I mean, you're gonna have a lot of kids watching you on Twitch. Okay.
You can say that to anybody, anywhere, on any platform whatsoever.
Say what?
You can make that case, an argument, and have a point for any content creator.
I'm gonna real quick. I'm gonna keep it $1.50. Okay. On that note, I'm gonna ask you a question. Okay, a very simple one. Have you sat through a 20-hour stream of mine? Just one of them.
No.
See, like, this is the problem. So, like, my issue before we even get to any of the other issues is the people you're getting your information from, right? The people that you're friends with on Twitch. They are projecting their own experiences to you, and you're taking them as fact. These people are the ones that play with fake money. These are the ones who have catered to 12-year-olds specifically for 5+ years. These are the ones that they're doing everything that you're telling us that we're doing, but we're not. So, like, that's my issue. If you sat through one of my streams, one of them, you would understand, like, the content itself, what I do, who I cater to. It is a whole different demographic, whole different style. The gambling comes first, the sponsorship second. I gamble for the last 5 years anywhere I go, everywhere I go, off stream, on stream. Do you understand? Like, it's a whole different game. The people you're getting your information from, those streamers, they're gambling for the bag and only the bag. And that film money trash, I agree, that is immoral. Because at that point, it's not gambling anymore.
Yeah,
if you're taking a sponsorship, right, to get, let's say, $60K a month, okay, and you want to secure that $60K, which means you're playing with film money, you're no longer gambling. And if you're no longer gambling,
That's what Aiden Ross is doing, by the way.
you're misrepresenting gambling as a concept, even though it's already bad. You're making it worse just for bag, which is legitimately pretty evil.
I think. Yeah, go ahead. I think there is a debate to be had. Is casino gambling an appropriate viewing sport? Is it an ethical, viewable sport? You know what I mean?
What?
Is casino gambling, playing slot machines, which is, I think, what you do most of the time, right, Trainwreck?
I do, yes.
So is playing slot machines an ethical view of sport or activity to stream online, period?
I think it is.
No.
I think it is. I think it is for many reasons, but I'll give you one. Okay? I truly believe, and I've said this publicly as well. If we can somehow get an 18+ guarantee, like a Twitch watch party, I'm for that. I'm in support of that. I've been trying to push people who are under 18 out of my channel since the beginning of fucking time, okay? I clown these little 12-year-old fucks, okay? Fuck them kids, you understand? I don't want little 12-year-olds watching me. I don't want 16-year-olds watching me, even before gambling. Do you understand? Like, it's not me, it's not my style. I find it fucking weird to, like, if you see me at conventions, H3, you'll probably catch one 15-year-old walking up to me for a picture. You understand? It's not me.
Nobody walks you for pictures, though.
Okay, suck my dick.
If Twitch was able to implement some guaranteed like 18 plus or 21 plus,
100% I would
then
do it in
that would be a lot better. But currently they're not doing that. Then the other issue itself, though, is beyond that is that
Well, no,
it's the websites themselves. We don't know how legit these websites are.
we'll get there right now, but I want to address the other the other thing. My problem is we're mixing people who are taking the sponsorship for the bag and promoting gambling while they themselves are not gambling or love gambling.
How much money do you get paid every month from them?
I get paid, I'd say, well, right now I'm down. Right now I'm.
How much do they pay you as a flat fee every month for fulfilling your contractual obligations to
I'll
them?
probably get in trouble for releasing it, but I'll tell you $1 million a month. And I'm down 2.8 million this month. So now you can see how degenerate it is. It's bad. And I don't push my
well, because it's gambling. Gambling is bad, and you lose money. As a concept, that represents gambling. What he's trying to say, I think, is that what they're doing or not.
So real quick, earlier in the argument, okay, earlier in the conversation.
I'm sorry to cut you off. I want to make one more clarification just to set the groundwork here.
Uh-huh.
Well, you also get a commission from the people that use your bonus code, right?
I get amount wagered, but I don't push the code at all, and I tell people
on your screen the whole time, right?
It is on my screen, but I tell people not to gamble at all. Every hour, I tell them to gamble. Every win, I tell them not to gamble. I tell them they will
come
lose.
on.
What do you mean, come on?
That's performative.
You know,
there's a reason they're paying you $1 million a month. You could say, hey, fucking don't gamble. You're gambling. They're paying you $1 million a month flat to gamble. You're getting a commission from all the people using your code. It's not, you can't just dance around it like, hey guys, wink, wink, don't gamble. That's just, I understand that you're not trying specifically to drive people to the code, but the effect of you doing that is that people are going to do that.
Wait, let me respond. You are virtue signaling and high roading at that point. Listen, I'm not selling a false reality like Phil streamers. I'm not pushing my, let me tell you.
It's better that you're doing that, I agree.
No, let me finish.
Go ahead.
I am not pushing my code in hopes to make money from my code. I am not telling them. And
why would it be sponsored at all?
Wait. I am not selling a false reality that they can be like me and win hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars. Therefore, they should use my code. All of this stuff is immoral and wrong. Do you understand? I am gambling on a site because I gamble anyways. And they're paying me to gamble on their site because they want me to be on their site. The people who gamble already are the ones that will be converted. Do you understand?
Can I ask you?
So gambling on a site is to convert people who are already gambling without me. Anyone who does not gamble, I push as much as I can not to get anybody to touch this shit. And I tell them the truth. And you can watch. Hey, no, H3, wait. If you watched my streams, if anything, my stream is most authentic in the gambling world. Why? Because it doesn't sell false realities. My last 8 days, I've lost 8 hours straight. I lost. Do you understand? When you watch a clip of me winning $1 million, I have an issue with that because you're judging off one 30-second clip, but have you watched the 9 hours leading up to it? Do you know that when I won that $1 million, I put $3.5 million in to get that $1 million? No, you don't. And let me tell you what. If you did know it, you would still exclude it because it doesn't fit your narrative to sell the show that you need to be successful. And that's my fucking issue. Do you understand?
I don't think the fact that you're losing money. First of all, it's better. It's better. I agree. Like if I compare what you do to Aiden Ross, what you do is more honest and it's better. But I think that you're deluding yourself by thinking to making yourself. I think you're telling you're rationalizing that because by you being more upfront and more honest, that it's okay that in that regard. I don't see it that way. It is better. It's more honest. But let me ask you this. If you just care about gambling, why take their money?
Wait, I have a point. You know what? You have a living example in the code right now.
Oh, no.
I get paid. You say you're in it for the love of the game.
We have a great example here. I'm a living example of exactly what you're saying. My first 1 day, 2 day, unsponsored, raw balance, just pure degenerate, right? And the first sponsor was no difference at all. All I have to do is just hashtag add it. No difference in behavior, amounts, no deliverables, absolutely fucking nothing. right? Literally nothing for a payment later on, right? Now, if you compared that to the stream the day before that was just pure gambling, right? Where do you draw the line? Where do you draw it? Because I did not have a code on screen or a code at the bottom or fucking or a thing, a banner at the top or some shit or
It's better. It's better if you're not being paid to do it. It's
no
much better.
no.
Oh man.
The second they was paid, but nothing changed. Nothing changed.
You don't realize what you just admitted there. What you just admitted there is pettiness. And you listen. I'm gonna break down.
No.
No, think about
no, it's a very clear distinction.
No, it's not. It's not. Think about this, okay? So if you're gonna virtue signal or high road
I'm not
or
virtue signaling.
okay, then if you're gonna care about the kids, right? So let's say I go live on stake and I'm not getting paid, and every day I'm spending slots of 50K. People.
You guys aren't getting it.
You're telling me your argument would change because I don't have a banner or because I'm not sponsored?
There you go. That's what I'm saying.
If that would change your argument, then it's not for the kids you're doing this for. It's for the fucking show.
It's still wrong. I didn't say it's okay. I said it's better. Because you're saying I'm in it for the love of the game. I don't care. I play with my own money, which is great, which is nice and all. But you're still getting paid $1 million a month. And how much are you making on your code, by the way?
Dirt cheap compared to what I get paid. Dirt cheap. In 3 months, I made 250K. In 3 months, that's nothing. Do you understand?
Well, it makes it a lot easier to make gambling look like a sustainable activity when you're getting $1 million a month from the platform to do it. If you weren't being paid by the platform to gamble there, first of all, you wouldn't be sitting there playing nonstop.
Yeah. I literally.
By the way, $250,000 is a lot of money. By the way,
shove a dildo up my ass. Listen,
I don't know anything about dildos up the ass, but $250,000 is a lot of money.
How can you tell me that I'm making it look sustainable when you just admitted you haven't watched a single stream? How can you tell me that as an
you tell me, how can you play every day and lose millions and millions and millions? Are you worth $100 million? How much are you worth? Where's all this fucking money come from?
I have a lot of investments in crypto. What the fuck? What is it your so now you want to get into why I have money? Who the fuck are you? The IRS? Like what the fuck? Like what?
Most people can't sustain losing millions of dollars a month. That doesn't seem like a sustainable hobby to me.
Now you want to shame me because I can? I'm confused. What is your argument here? Is it for the kids? Is it because I'm spending too much? You don't like it? What's the deal? Have you watched the stream? It's not sustainable whatsoever. It's gambling. Gambling is degenerate. Do you understand?
This argument is dumb. If somebody wants to lose all their money, I mean they can if they have the funds for it. I don't know.
You don't gamble to make money. And if you watched one of my streams, H3,
you do
realize you would, you
gamble to make money.
Yeah, because I'm fucking addicted and I'm a fucking idiot. But it's not sustainable. I've lost the last 8 days.
I would recommend. I hear you. I hear everything you're saying.
Oh my God, I'm so triggered.
Okay, let's take a moment and just take a breath.
No, because listen, I'm triggered for this reason. You literally just told me.
You're deluded, bro. You know everything you're doing is wrong. And you don't want to give it up because you're addicted to it.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna be the referee. Train is triggered, okay, because you're talking about something serious. He throws real facts and concrete evidence at you, and you throw curveballs and nonchalance at him, and it upsets him.
Evidence. He says, well, how am I making it look like a sustainable hobby? And I says, how are you managing to lose $3 million a month? It does. I don't know many people with that kind of money to throw away.
You just said. I gamble on stream and get paid for it to make it look like a sustainable hobby. That's what you just said. And what I responded with was, earlier you admitted you have not watched one of my streams. If you had watched one of my streams, you would
understand you don't beautify it. We've both agreed on this.
You would understand that in no way, shape, or form do my streams in any capacity.
I already agreed with that, dude.
Let me finish. Represent gambling to be sustainable or even break even.
Just stop money.
Bullshit.
Then we can see how unsustainable it really is.
Oh my God! Listen. In the beginning before I met you or talked to you, I had this inkling feeling you're doing this for a show. Now that I'm sitting here talking to you and telling you this stuff, and your responses are these, I know for a fact it's a show. Like, this is insane to me.
Bro, my honest human-to-human advice is that I really think that you need help with your gambling addiction.
Okay.
Like, it just sounds like in a really real way that you are in a really bad spot. It's hurting you. And if you and it sounds like you do have a lot of money invested from crypto, which is amazing. And I don't think anyone wants you to lose your ass doing this because gambling, you're gonna lose everything. And the people watching are gonna lose everything too if they're getting involved.
What is this, Dr. Phil? Well, guys, come on, man.
Well, I don't know where else to go with this. I mean, dude, I don't know what to say. I mean,
oh Jesus. Okay, well, listen, I'll tell you what.
Because that's what I'm hearing through it is that you're basically saying I have a very severe addiction to gambling. That's what I'm hearing, and I feel bad for you. I really want you to, because I mean that's the way you're rationalizing it to me.
Okay.
I'm not rationalizing. I'm telling you what the facts are. Do you understand? That's what I'm telling you.
Okay, I feel okay. The points were made. I think they were very simple. There's no sugarcoating of what gambling is, right? And
yes.
at one point,
yes.
At one point, there's a very clear show, okay, that there isn't money being made, at least through the absolute raw gambling of it, right? And if he wants to throw his money away, I mean, we can speak about, fucking, oh yeah, you shouldn't do that or whatever. I get that. You shouldn't. But if he wants to, I mean, you can't. I mean, I think you're allowed to.
Can.
Exactly.
Of course. But
okay.
It boils down to him saying this. What I'm doing, I'm being very honest. We agree. I acknowledge that when you stream, I've seen clips, you are very upfront about the reality of gambling. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. But you're saying that because I'm upfront and honest about the realities of gambling, that I'm not glorifying, I'm not beautifying it, but that makes it okay. And while
no, I have not said that. I have not said that.
Well, if it's not okay, then why do you do it?
Wait, no, this is a very important line to cross. No, listen,
I know vaping is not okay, but I still do it. I know drinking is not okay, but I do it not. Like, what the fuck?
It's the influence. It's the influence it has on society and the people watching you.
And I do. Listen, I talk about it very often. Very often. Do you understand? I tell them gambling is not sustainable. It is not okay. Do not put a single dollar in. You will fucking lose. And I say it over and over. I show it with action. It's not like I'm sitting there winning and saying don't gamble. In that way, it would be performative. You're right. But I am losing and losing and losing. But I'm having a good time.
I don't think the outcome should justify the route in this scenario. It just I think it's irrelevant to even talk about it.
Okay, but you're saying I'm not saying you're saying it's okay. You acknowledge that what you're doing is not okay, right? But at the same time, you're saying because you're up front, you're justifying yourself doing these streams. I'm saying that it doesn't justify the streams. And so that's where we're disagreeing. Just because you're up front about how bad it is, it doesn't justify you doing it. The fact that you're self-aware about it does not absolve you of what you're doing.
We're not. First of all, I'm not looking to be absolved. That's number one.
There's an issue of should you be doing it or should you not be doing it. I think you should not be doing it. The fact that you're self-aware about it does not change my opinion about if you should be doing it or not.
Yeah, listen, and you have every right to have the opinion to think I shouldn't be doing it. Where we disagree is you spitting bullshit to try and somehow solidify why I shouldn't be doing it. Do you understand? So you're trying to change why I shouldn't be doing it from your opinion to some sort of fact because it's rigged, it's a scam, there's weird shit going on. That's the problem. Do you understand? But if you think I shouldn't be doing it, that's completely fine. I know gambling's fucking bad. I say it every day. It is a terrible fucking thing. You will never fucking win. You'll be lucky to break even. That's the real gamble. Breaking even is winning some fucking how. And you will always fucking lose. Long run, you will always lose. Even if you get lucky and get a hit in the beginning, you're still bound to come back and lose all of it and more back. Do you understand? That's the reality of gambling.
It's true, but
I enjoy it. I gamble. I don't convince myself since I'm transparent, it's okay. No, it's not okay, but I enjoy gambling. The difference is you think the streamers you talk to, they're gambling not because they love it. They're gambling because they're getting paid for it. Do you understand? And that is a larger problem because none of it is transparent and there is fucking.
I agree that's a bigger problem.
Do you understand that? That's a huge problem.
Yeah,
I agree.
Okay, you as a streamer, you losing or winning, okay, doesn't justify shit. Okay, It just doesn't. It's about the way you do it and what you portray while doing it, okay? When I did my first gambling stream, I said, guys, I just bought 30K worth of crypto from Train. That money is lost. We already lost it. I didn't buy a fucking car or a lamp or a fucking bed. I bought a fucking piece of content. I legitimately, 30K, it's already lost. But let's have a good time with it, right? That's how I portrayed it, because that's exactly how it was. The problem is it these other dudes that kind of like massive, like they're not being upfront about what's happening. If Train wants to say, guys, I'm buying 500K, right, and we're gambling it, and these are my wins or whatever, that's fine. But some of these other dudes, like they'll get a big win. They don't keep all of it. The money was fake in the first place.
Yeah.
It's just a dishonest portrayal of gambling. It's fucking stupid. So the way they're losing it is terrible. So there's degrees of it, I think. I agree with you, Ethan. I'm actually against Train on this. I feel like we shouldn't do it. And I get that. And that's an opinion. We're both right. We're both wrong. Zay says that you can. But there's degrees. So people are doing it way worse.
I agree. There's the degrees. And Trainwreck, I'll say this. If you disclose how much you're getting paid, if you can verify that the websites you are playing on are regulated by like legitimate gambling commissions.
Yeah. Let's talk about the casino now.
Hold on. If you can verify that it's all legit, over the table, and governed by legit gambling commissions, if you disclose how much you're being paid by them, and then I would say that's as close to clean about it and upfront about it as you can be. And it sounds like you are pretty upfront, and I agree that there are obviously layers to it. Like, take what Aiden Ross is doing. That's the worst case, because he's not using his own money. His fans are especially kids, and he doesn't care about gambling. And he doesn't win or lose. It's just not even his money, so he doesn't give a fuck. So he really is selling a fantasy world.
I think Phil Money sells false realities. I've talked to Aiden about this. Like,
just for the viewer, what the fuck is a Phil Money?
Phil Money is a false reality. Phil Money is where it's the same thing other streamers have taken, mutuals of ours, H3, right? Phil Money is where a casino pays you 60K a month, let's say 60K a month or 80K a month, whatever the fuck it is. They pay you. And then what they do is they want you to keep that money protected. So what they do is every stream, they give you deposits of $5,000, $5,000, $5,000, $5,000 continuously. And if you win, you keep 20%. And if you lose nothing, right? So it's a win-win situation, and you're selling a false reality, because everyone that's watching you, they're taking full risk while you yourself are not. So at that point, you're literally taking advantage and you're selling a false reality, and that is fucking dangerous, right? So
I agree.
I'm very vocal about that, and I'm very against that, right? And that's why so like the same heat I get from the side of you guys, I'm getting it from the gambling community. Those motherfuckers hate me too, because I've come into the scene and I'm using raw balance. And I'm fucking talking about the transparency effect of the gambling world, and they fucking hate me. So I'm fighting a two-front war. I got you motherfuckers over here, and I got the gambling streamers over here. I'm in the middle. Goddamn cock meat sandwich. You understand? So.
Well, okay. Well, I'm not against you. I didn't come here to fucking pincer you and clap you. All I said is that I've come to terms with agreeance or opinion-wise, right? I understand why it's bad and why it shouldn't be bad. And I feel like you're absolutely entitled.
Hasan, do you guys?
And you're absolutely entitled to you saying that it is okay and doing it up until it could be regulated or stopped or whatever. But I feel we need to remain.
I'll add him.
We have to remain rooted in reality, where we know there's degrees, right? That are like exponential. Right, where some of them at the very bottom of the ladder, and it ramps up to fucking scumlord, dog shit, trash, real fast, real quick. And it's some of these guys that make everybody look bad. And when you lump us in with the fuckers, it's bad for everybody. That's the main problem, is when you guys use broad terms.
The effect is all the same, though. I mean.
Yeah, no, it's not. You lump us with the fuckers that sell an idea. Nah.
Yeah, Hasan, are you watching this?
No. Listen.
Yeah.
You're
I can't hear him.
lumping the scum lords with the scam lords. You're doing it again,
Like,
Ethan.
ultimately, like all
my-
fucking roads lead to the ocean, right? Like, come on, dude. I mean, like you're doing it one way, he's doing another way. Yours is a little better, but
That's a
ultimately,
slippery
all
slope, Ethan.
all fucking rivers lead to
It's a
the
slippery
ocean, dude.
slope. No
Oh,
shot.
what's next, Ethan? I opened 10 loot boxes. I'm going to jail. What the fuck?
If you want to get the argument,
why not? Why not?
Talk about everything.
Can you guys hear
Counter-Strike.
me or no?
Yeah, we hear
It's
you.
all
but-
bad. Guess what?
Okay.
Surprise! It's all bad.
First of all, slippery slope is
All
a
bad.
fallacious argument.
Just
You
because
can't
No,
use
it's
that as a
not.
logical
things in the
fallacy.
world doesn't mean that what you're doing isn't bad.
Okay.
Slippery slope is a very good
Hassan, are
argument
you
here.
there?
No.
I can't hear
Slippery
anyone
slope
now.
is
I can't hear-
literally
I can't
a
hear
logical
XQC or
fallacy.
Hassan.
It's like
Hold on.
making
hear
an
him.
argument about like any
you do?
laws
I don't
that
hear
could be
him.
bastardized. So
Hassan, if
like
you're
all
talking to us,
laws.
I can't hear you.
Don't use terms
Wait.
that are more than
I
5
hear you,
syllables,
so
or nobody's gonna follow you.
you too. I don't know why
Well, you
can't.
just said slippery slope. Is a debate?
Is
Yeah,
what
but if
about
you use
them? You're
words
saying,
that
what
more than
about this?
5
You're
syllabuses,
saying,
we're not
what
gonna
about
follow.
Hold on.
CSGO? What
I'm gonna
about
disconnect. I'm
apps?
gonna
It's
be
like,
back.
let's
I'm
fucking
gonna
stick to what you're
Bastardizing!
doing,
What is
bro.
that?
Hasan is talking with him too, so I feel like there's some cross debating going on.
Why is there not? But I can't hear everyone. What's going on? I can't hear anybody.
Can you hear me? Hello.
You hear Trainwreck?
Okay, so real quick as well,
Can I hear you?
while we figure this
Yeah.
out.
I can't.
Yep.
Okay, so Hassan. Sorry. Hold on one sec.
I
Okay,
feel like we've, yeah, I'll talk while you fix this. I feel like we've shifted ever since I joined the call from promoting to kids to gambling just being bad in general, right? Like, and I think now I'm
deadliest
confused.
vice.
Yeah, but the primary argument used to kind of like muddy the waters is that we're sitting here, and you've included me in this, which I find odd because I'm probably one of the few streamers that caters to a much older audience. Are there kids watching? Sure, but I'm not catering to them. I'm trying to get them out as much as I can, and if Twitch gives me more tools, I'll get them out altogether, right? So we need to figure out what you're talking about here. Are you talking about people who are catering to children and promoting to children, knowing they're promoting to children? Or are we talking about gambling is just bad in general, and even if you're streaming to an older audience, it should be gone, right? Like, I need to figure out where this is going, because I feel like the argument has evolved since I got here.
Yes, that's what happens generally with conversations. Look, there's different layers, so we've debated it all. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't
but it's
need to
only evolved
relitigate.
because I've gotten here.
I don't
right?
need to go back and relitigate every single point. Let me just try to get Hassan's mic working.
Can you guys hear me or no?
Yeah, we hear you.
I mean,
I-
everyone
you can
else
hear
can hear
him?
me. I think it's an in-studio problem,
can't we
probably.
hear
No,
him?
no, Hasan. His producers are multi-billionaire market leaders. Their audio is not scuffed. It's yours, you fucker. Fix your shit, you pussy. It's yours.
No, there's
No,
probably,
it's yours.
there's probably
I want to hear it. It's yours, that fucked.
Listen, there's probably a problem with getting it into Ethan's
No, he
speakers
does
or
have a
ears or
point,
something.
Dan. If we can't hear
Yeah, I don't know.
Hassan's, he might be right that it is on our side.
Yeah, maybe.
It most likely is, yeah.
What the fuck? Why can't we hear Hassan?
It's because of the camera. Hasan,
Yeah, turn off your camera.
turn off your
Turn off
camera
your
and
camera,
enable on
sorry.
your OBS. Their system
That's
is
a weird-
allergic.
Really?
And then leave the
Okay.
call and come
Can you
back
hear me
in.
now?
Leave the call and come back in.
XQC is a pro at troubleshooting our Zoom. Thank you.
It's Discord.
No, you did it again. Leave the
Discord,
call, but join with the phone, not with the camera.
Okay.
Talk.
All right. How about now? Can you hear me now?
Oh, Dan, you're fired.
All right.
What the fuck? XQC actually doing a decent job with the production here.
Yeah.
Actually,
I
he's a
know.
smart guy. People just don't,
Okay.
I never said he's dumb. He's very smart. I like XQC.
Oh, thanks, man. I like Ethan sometimes.
Thank you. Sometimes I'll start with that.
I
That's a good
slipped
one.
it in there. Maybe I shouldn't have. Okay, let's just forget about it.
Okay, Hassan, what do you want to say?
Okay. First and foremost, I think that gambling streams, especially when it comes to slot streams, are really bad. I've been saying this since day one. This is my day one argument. I think it's
What?
terrible. And if you want to understand why it's terrible, look no further than Trainwreck's own personal experience. Train, do you
Facts.
want other people to be subjected to the same experience that you yourself have subjected yourself to? Because the
Because it's
reason why
fun.
you get paid $1 million a month from Stake is not because they're fucking idiots, but because obviously there is a return on their investment there, where a bunch of people are getting caught up in a similar problem.
Hasan,
That's the issue at hand.
if you use that as a content pivot or a content guide for you, no content will ever make sense. If you say, "Oh,
why?"
Because I feel like it's just an odd argument.
It is, and
Why is
also
no, I don't think it's an odd
No,
argument.
it's not. He's
I don't think it's an
just-
odd argument at all. There's a reason why.
Yeah.
There's a reason why. There's so much regulation
I'll tell you
around
the reason.
gambling
Hasan,
and
can I
also even
respond
alcohol
first?
and other vices,
Hasan,
right?
First,
He's
let me
answering
respond.
a question that was posed to him.
Yeah. First, let me
Let Hasan-
respond. No, because Hasan asked me Hasan asked me a question first. Did he not? Yes, he did. So let me answer the question from
Don't do that,
Hasan
Ethan.
asked
Come
me,
back.
and then he can respond to his. So let me answer your question. The way I go about it, from when I talk to him, okay, I stay transparent as possible, and I show the reality of gambling on my stream. You understand? By not taking any of this bullshit, shady deals, no fake money, I show new people who might have not seen gambling before the real bullshit of gambling. You will lose, and you will be very, very, very lucky to even break even. It is a terrible thing. I have a good time. Just wait. The people that are being paid, you know, or me getting paid to gamble on their site, the people targeted aren't new people. It's people who are using the other sites that are gambling regardless. Do you understand? Those people are looking to be transferred onto that are gamblers like me. Any new people, that's why constantly I talk and constantly I stay transparent about how shitty gambling is. My gambling pay or me gambling.
You can't possibly be making an argument that like what you're doing is a positive, right? Like
Okay,
No,
about
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not
like
saying it's
educating
positive.
people on the terrible side of
I am
gambling,
not-
right? That's not what you're saying.
No, 100%. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
If this is unquantifiable, and I think it's rerouting the damage elsewhere. When I think it's like a blanket thing. I think it's across the board.
Okay. Now let me just explain another thing as far as like the slippery slope argument goes, right? There are certain things that are completely regulated and even restricted to advertise on Twitch, on every other platform. For example, a lot of these gamble streams would not fly, especially ones where like they're staking you. They would not fly on YouTube at all. They would just not. That would not happen.
How is that?
The only reason why we're able to do that here is because the only reason why we're able to do that on Twitch is because Twitch does not regulate it.
Why do we
Now,
care? Is YouTube the law? What?
No,
when
it's
has
not,
YouTube became
because-
the model of our existence?
No, I'm not
gonna go out there on the
saying
street
that.
and do dumb shit. But do they do it on YouTube? Let me Google this. Can I do dumb shit like this in real life? Oh no, YouTube doesn't do it. I can't do it.
Where was this argument for the
what is
sexual
this,
content,
guys?
right?
What is that?
Is it cutie Cinderella not bringing up
can I
that
finish
YouTube
my
will...
point? Can I finish my point? Hold on.
Sure.
Just hold on.
Okay.
The reason why said regulations exist is because of the incalculable harm that it does when you're promoting a dangerous vice like gambling, sometimes to even younger audiences. It's not even a think of the kids argument at that point. It's just that it is still a bad and wrong thing to do.
YouTube
and I think
does
your
have casino
personal
streamers.
experience. It's not. It's YouTube still demonetizes and punishes casino
Link.
streamers and
Oh,
gambling
like
streamers.
that hurts them. It's not like they're getting paid hundreds of thousands, if not millions behind the doors. But no, they don't get the code in the description. Oh no, what are we gonna
they're
do?
not. They
Fuck
don't have
off.
the-
What is
The
that
code,
argument?
that's it.
Fuck
Why do you
The
off.
code that's restricted. That's it.
No,
Why do you
there's
think there are restrictions around gamble streams and slot streams and just gambling in general? Like, why do you think you have to leave a certain? Why do you think you have to leave a certain state in order to be able to gamble freely on an offshore gambling website? Why don't you go to a regular sweepstakes website, for example?
Because American laws are the way they are, and
Yeah. Do you understand why there are laws around this specific issue?
the same way that there's laws with drinking, smoking, right?
Agreed.
Right. It's
Agreed.
a vice. It causes
gonna
damage.
bring up-
It causes damage to people, their
Would you do an
families,
affiliate? Would
their
you do an
mental
affiliate
health.
code?
It's dangerous.
Would you do an affiliate code for smoking cigarettes on stream if you were paid enough money?
I don't know.
And
You were the one sitting here the other day with Miskif who has Friday fireballs, and you didn't seem to thought that bringing that up
I'm
would
asking
be
you a
an
question.
issue.
Yeah.
No,
There's
I'm
a
fighting
difference
back.
between
Answer me.
alcohol and cigarettes. Would you?
Oh, there is.
There's a difference.
And there's still
I can't.
regulation.
No,
there's
backpedal.
still regulation
Oh,
surrounding.
Backpedal and up in this bitch. Come on.
Hold on, hold on,
Backpedal. I'm asking you a
hold
direct
on,
question, and
hold on.
instead of answering it, you're deflecting. Would
Let
you
Hasan
smoke
talk,
a
at
cigarette on stream or multiple bogues on stream and then tell your fans like xQc, codename Juicer, if you use the affiliate code, you can get a fucking Marlboro Red.
We don't do that for gambling
But
though.
it's
We
there,
don't
bro.
do that. We
It is
talk
there.
about no.
That's why
And
you're
as
being
far
paid
as
a
it is
million
not-
dollars.
it is
and as
not
far as the
a com-
drinking alcohol goes, as far as the unethical
Oh,
nature of
yikes.
like alcoholic content or whatever, I don't know how Misgif's audience demographic, but
Oh
I've
no!
worked with,
No, you
I've
don't get to
worked-
do that.
I have worked
no,
with, and
Hasan,
also on top
no,
of that,
you do not
wait.
get. You don't get to
Let me finish my
downplay.
point.
No,
Let me finish my
no,
point.
you won't. You won't. You know.
Wait, hold on.
You're getting
Respond when
downplaying
he's
us.
done.
You're not gonna
Respond when
bet.
he's
You're not
done.
gonna bet out
I
the
can't
age.
speak specifically.
Go ahead.
Okay, stop molding, stop molding. Just listen.
Respond when
I
Hasan's
can't speak
done.
specifically for Misgif's situation, okay? But there's 2 points I'm going to make. Number one, in most circumstances, when you are promoting alcohol, the alcohol provider that is buying gambling on your inventory will request your demographics to ensure that a certain percentage of it is above the age of 21 or 18 if applicable to the international audience. Now, I don't know if that's the case, but regardless, if Misgif was literally mainlining Fireball and getting fucking absolutely wasted and then drunk driving, he would literally, if he was doing that on
wait a
stream,
minute.
he would get banned. He
Wait.
would get absolutely fucking banned. Bedmeister
because
unironically got banned for being sloppy as shit and completely
It's
fucking
a-
straight up drunk. He got banned.
It's a self-harm rule, Hasan, not a fucking ethics, morals, or law rule. You can't get blacked
That's
out
self-harm.
dying
Wait,
because that's self-harm.
Wait, what's the ethics behind the self-harm rule then? No, you're right. What's the ethics and the morality behind self-harm? Why can't you show self-harm on Twitch then? Except for slots, apparently. But why can't you show self-harm on Twitch?
Yikes.
What? No, nah. You don't get to. You don't get to do that.
Okay, come on. Answer my question. It's a simple question.
I'm not the political
Why can't
Andy.
you show self-harm? Why can't you show
The
self-harm on Twitch?
reasons don't matter.
No, it does matter. It
I
absolutely
do
does
not
matter.
understand their full implications.
Those reasons are literally the reason why we are having this conversation to begin with around morality and ethics.
Why can't you make
Self-harm is not allowed on the content because it promotes a horrifyingly destructive set of behaviors that if an impressionable audience were to follow, they would fucking engage in self-harm.
The
Now, that's
ultimate
precisely why
consequence.
getting fucked up.
You cannot.
That's precisely why getting fucked up on alcohol to a degree where you're like you literally can't comprehend or can't work around and walk around will get you banned because again,
Hasan,
to your impressionable audience, regardless of age, that is really destructive behavior. Now go on.
You would get banned if you did the same thing with water. If you were to conduct in a way that would self-harm you or kill you with water, you'd get banned just as much as if it was with alcohol. The end game possible worst outcome is irrelevant.
What?
It's irrelevant.
Water is not an addictive substance. It's
You
one
can-
that you need
Oh
for
my
survival,
fucking
whereas
God.
alcohol is a vice, which is a more applicable. Which is a more applicable argument in this situation.
You jumped.
Do you unironically think that that
jumped.
self-harm?
Nope. You jumped from drinking alcohol to dying on stream. You made that jump.
Dying on stream? I didn't say dying on stream is bannable.
Yeah,
I said drinking
self-harm.
alcohol to a degree where you are so sloppy drunk. Wait, I can't hear you.
I really feel like
you made that jump. I didn't. You did it.
It's so crazy. Like as soon as
And even
xQc
then-
as soon as
and even
xQc and I
then-
joined the call, we have went from streamers promoting a scam to kids to some like 17 other evolved fucking arguments that I've never heard you guys like. It's the craziest. It's like anything to get your narrative across. It's the weirdest shit I've heard in my life.
No, my
The
narrative has been
weirdest shit.
consistent
What's
since
up
day
with
one.
timeout?
I don't even know if slots or stake is or the slot machines that they utilize, the IP that they use, which is a third-party IP. I don't even know if they're scammable or not. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me if they're scammable or not. I don't know. I don't even know why we're talking about
Can we
this.
time out?
I never made that assertion, but I do totally understand why Ethan, given all of his previous experience with like CSGO Lottos and all this other shit, would
experience
reasonably come to that assertion.
He's doing it. He's doing
It is not.
He
listen,
did what I said
listen.
earlier. He's doing it. He's
Jesus
lumping
Christ.
it. He's ringing that
Yeah,
bell.
you cannot
ding,
lump
ding,
that.
ding,
You
ding,
understand?
ding, ding, ding,
Saying-
ding.
I am not even saying that. I never made that assertion. but I do think it's a reasonable one to speculate on, given
Yes,
the previous examples of it.
But when Ethan says very subtly and kind of in a general way doesn't specify what he means and what he's talking about when he says let me finish. In my
so
past,
specific.
When you say in my past, I have dealt with these gambling institutions and they can rig their stuff, right? You need to specify you were in this CSGO world. No shit, they can rig their shit. They made their own slots. They made their own fucking
unregulated
spins.
gambling site.
Yeah, but
They made their own
Train,
shit. There's providers here that are.
Yeah, they don't
What's
get
up,
that
Max?
here though. They don't get that. I explained this already.
Look,
They
at the end
didn't
of
get
the
it.
day, dude, it boils down to we all agree it's wrong, right? We all agree it's fucked up, right?
I don't think Train does, but I don't
Train
know.
said it's wrong.
No,
He says it's
gambling
fucked up.
is bad. Gambling
Okay.
is bad. Yes.
Okay, so then where we diverge is that you say, I know it's bad, but I'm gonna do it because I'm having fun. That's it. We disagree.
Like many other
You're willing
vices
to
us
do
human
it.
beings have, right?
Oh, but you're influencing people. That's the difference.
I'm not in.
And
Yes,
you're being paid a shitload of money.
which I use to gamble, and I
well,
lose all of it.
The fact that you're losing money doesn't make it okay. It just means you're a bad gambler. Gamblers are bad at the end of the day.
Wait, what you just said being a bad gambler, if anything, now you have
You're
sold.
being paid.
You have done more
to do it.
damage there than I have on my stream. Saying that me losing money is you saying that you telling me
I
that
said
me
all
losing
gamblers
Okay,
are bad.
there's a
All
point on
gamblers
that
are-
as well
you
that I
saying that
want
I'm
to
a
make.
bad gambler
being paid.
implies there's a good gambler.
No, I just said all gamblers are bad immediately afterwards, so there's no need to latch onto it. We all agree it's bad. You're being paid $1 million a month plus to do it, and so you turn your head to doing a bad thing.
Okay.
I don't
There's
turn
one-
my head to doing a bad thing.
There's
I
an
do it because
additional,
I
there's
do
an
it
additional point to
regardless.
make
Yeah,
here.
I don't need to get paid to do it.
Yeah.
What
Trainwreck's
can I
talking
say?
about
You're
Trainwreck.
willingly
You
doing
talking
something
about
you
how you're a
acknowledge is bad.
deterrent. You talking about how you're a deterrent, Trainwreck, is not a good argument either.
Trainwreck,
Especially Trainwreck.
I'm
Tyler,
not providing an argument,
talking about
Hasan, to
Okay,
why
you
to
talking about that doesn't
rationalize
mean
it.
anything because here, you and I both know this because I'm a fucking addict myself. Okay, and
What?
even on like Grand Theft Auto Roleplay when I was playing No Pixel, it was with fake fucking money. You and I both know that you see those wins and you're like, oh, I could get that too, because the wins outweigh and completely overshadow the losses. The wins are a significantly more important motivator for people to go out and gamble than the losses are as a deterrent. So you could be losing for 19 hours in a fucking row, and someone could be watching you for 19 hours, but they see you get that win and that dopamine. Dopamine is what guides them to do this.
Without context, sure, but with the way my streams are structured, I don't believe that's the case at all. I think the way I gamble and the awareness I give, I think it's doing the best it can for new gamblers. You understand? I'm gambling for me. I'm gambling for fucking fun. That's what I do. Do you understand? I'm not pushing toward this younger audience. I'm not catering to them. I'm not doing it for the bag of gambling. If I was, I would have taken a fake money deal. I'm sitting there. I'm doing my thing. I'm having
as long
fun.
as you disclose everything, then it's like.
I agree. I'm disclosing all of my shit.
And
I'm sitting there and doing my thing. Do you understand?
I think it's
it comes down to
really good
opinions.
that you disclose today how much you're making, because I think it's important people know that. We're watching you play.
Okay, no, I generally think that this is like the fucking Twitter bait mentality, where you say, oh, that'll make it okay. They do it. Nah. What about that? They do it. No, but with this, nah.
Wait,
You
what?
need to-
What is the argument? I'm confused about what you're saying.
It's just pulling more and more, and nobody's you're never happy. You're outraged. We get it. Gamba
What?
equals bad.
you-
Oh no, we
Yeah,
get it.
we all agree.
If it discloses
What
that,
do you want?
there's gonna be a next step after that. Well,
We all agree. Gamba
feel,
is bad.
I feel like if he does that, right, and you wouldn't be happy then.
It's even worse.
You would
What's
ask
even
for more
worse
than
than Gamba is being paid by Gamba companies.
But here's the thing.
and
Gambling
then not disclosing it, which you did now. Which
in
is
a lot
good,
of
but-
countries, such as Canada, gambling is legal. These guys have a license in Canada, correct? Yes. There's an older
any
demographic
places
that
in the
enjoys
United
it.
States.
There's an older demographic that likes watching it, and there's an older demographic that enjoys it, correct?
Tell me, do you have demographic information?
So why? I posted on my Twitter, yes. So
Okay.
why?
You did?
Yeah. So
What is
Okay.
it?
So why is it the case that we've somehow shifted to gambling is bad overall and shouldn't be streamed for everyone, but we started out gambling shouldn't be streamed toward kids and promoted to
They're
kids?
all-
Train, I
they're
got you,
all
Train,
arguments. They
Train.
don't exclude each other.
So it starts at the
They're
top,
both
Train,
valid.
and it's a breakdown. It starts at deceiving paid for gamba is bad. Then it's paid gamba is bad. Then it's a gamba promotion is bad. Then it's gamba is bad. Like you just don't get there. We understand gamba is bad. There's degrees of it.
Varying
No,
degrees.
it's not. Here's my problem.
That's
my
all
problem
correct
is
to varying degrees. You
no,
are correct. I don't know why you're making that.
No
Before me and
shit.
XQC joined, this all started with scammers, the fuck rigged. That's what it started as. Now we're just sitting here virtue
Okay,
signaling
I
and
mentioned
talking
this
about ethics
already.
and
I don't know
morals.
why you guys are hyper focusing on this because
Because
one,
it's serious.
we didn't even it was a fucking it was a brief aside in an overarching conversation about promoting gambling to people and how that's bad to do. And the reason why I guess you're hyper focusing on it is because like it's speculative and it's the only part that is not tangible.
That is incorrect, and you know that.
XQC literally agrees with the rest of the fucking points that Ethan made, so I'm already confused on
Okay.
on the rest of this.
Here's the
conversation.
problem that I have with you, Hasan, and Ethan.
The difference is that you're saying, I'm not saying you can't do it. Clearly you are and you can. The difference is you've decided not to do it. You agree it's bad. You agree it has a negative effect on the people that watch you. We all agree that not disclosing is even worse, right? Not disclosing that you're unsponsored or not playing with your own money. That's even worse. But ultimately, you know, is it ethical to be playing slot machines while being paid millions of dollars from the sponsor on Twitch? Is it ethical? No, no, I don't think so. But you I think you agree on all those points, but you continue to do it. So what can I say?
I think there's degrees of it. I feel like this is my true take. Okay,
black and white.
I've completely stopped it. But I think everybody's bound to their opinion.
Why did you stop?
I think my opinion is that.
Why did you stop gambling, XQC?
Okay, I said this on stream. I love talking about this. Okay, so gamba, I'm very easily addicted. Okay, when I play and I play a lot. Things feel weird. Maybe you guys don't get that. Okay, I'm like a dopamine, like a tick, 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 tick.
That's
and
what
I've had like a full 4 days after gamba where things just didn't feel right. Where a normal win, a normal whatever, anything that was positive was kind of flat. Like and now it was kind of kicking in a little bit, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, your home runs got imbalanced because you got too used to the fucking dopamine hit from winning like a shitload of crypto.
Yeah, you're describing being addicted, you know, and having.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
And then
Okay. Which brings, I think.
Do you want people in your audience to get into a similar situation?
Exactly.
That's the question.
Okay. There goes now. Let me finish my point about the opinion.
Is like, do I let my audience get sucked into this? Or do I take $1 million plus a month? That's the choice you face.
That is such a misrepresentation.
Yeah, okay.
Of the choice.
Exactly
because then
that is not what's happening.
Okay, no. If the root behavior of your gambling is that you're going to make money and misrepresent it, that's your main goal, to make the bag, misrepresent and scam. Yeah, that's the opposite side of the spectrum. If I think
prove me wrong,
no way.
Trainwreck, don't take the money. Don't take the money.
If your root behavior is,
I'm
doing it for content, and it's rooted.
Excuse me, one sec. If your argument is all around me taking the money or not, then it tells me and it paints a picture to anyone intelligent what you're actually arguing here in your actual stance. Do you understand? Me taking $1 million and then using that $1 million to add to the funds I'm already gambling with shouldn't make any difference to any virtue signaling argument you're making. Any of it. It shouldn't make any difference. Because I'm transparent. I'm disclosing what I'm making and I'm using it plus my own money to gamble. If you need me to take the $1 million out and not use it to gamble, I'm still on the same site that you say is damaging.
I don't believe you.
So why does your argument change? Do you understand? That's what
you.
Tells me this is some petty shit. It's a show.
Because I don't believe you. I don't think you would be gambling like you are if you weren't being paid $1 million.
I've been gambling for 5 fucking years. I've been gambling in every fucking form. On Twitch.
I think
for the other
part of this. I know you're degenerate. I know you're Tyler. I know you're degenerate. The problem is like you don't want to fucking promote that behavior to your fans, right? Like who aren't getting paid $1 million on top of that. So because the reason why you're
paid or not getting paid, I'm gambling on stream regardless.
The reason why you have the financial security right now to be able to have a fucking $2.3 million loss and recover from that. Partially is the consequence that
I have not recovered
from it. Before, he found that highly offensive because apparently he's a crypto billionaire.
I have not recovered from it.
I know you haven't. But the,
Okay,
what
The
keeps you
reason I
motivated-
survive
what
is
keeps
no,
you
it's
motivated,
streamer
what
money.
keeps you
It's
going is
streamer-
because one, you're
it's streamer
addicted,
money.
and two, you still have one, you're addicted, and two, you have like either cryptocurrency from before or
He's a
whatever.
crypto
But
trillionaire.
most people are not in your shoes,
So because
they are getting into that situation
but
when
I
they see you get
disclose
those
that.
big
Hasan,
wins.
I let them know, do not do this. Listen, here's what I say specifically. Even if I lose, I have a way out. Do you understand? I can pick up 6 different sponsors. I can come back. I make this clear every fucking 30 goddamn minutes that I have a way out. If you spend your shit, you're gone. There's no way out. There's nothing. You're fucked. Do you understand?
I know, but there's a reason why Gamblers Anonymous and other websites urge you to never, ever, ever get like around gambling. It's like saying, look, I'm an
So
alcoholic.
if
I'm
you're
an
gonna give me the-
alcoholic, and I'm just going to. I'm an alcoholic, and I'm just gonna
That
fucking go to the
argument-
war.
That argument isn't fair because,
Because
if you're
people
gonna,
are
if,
saying
if,
I can
if
drink
you're-
responsibly.
Hasan, if you're gonna give me that argument, then I need you guys to put together a podcast and be this fucking hyper focused on gambling as you or this hyper focused on drinking and other addictive things as you are on gambling. Where the fuck is this shit everywhere else?
If you were going to a bar, okay, that could fucking somehow
telling me-
deliver. If you were doing sponsorships for a fucking bar that like delivers alcohol to you, okay, no matter what your age is, because there are ways around the age restrictions.
That-
Yes, there are. Yes, exactly.
That's a stretch and a half. If I heard one.
But that's not
No,
a
no,
stretch and a half because
there
that's the whole
There-
problem.
yeah, there is a way around age restrictions.
There's a
for
reason
drinking
Yeah,
why
and
your
smoking.
brother
there's a reason why
ordered
these
drinking
websites
and
shut
smoking,
down
right?
and then reopen under different names. There's a reason why they're based out of Curacao or Curacao or whatever the fuck, rather than Canada. And there are real like legal sweepstakes websites out there.
Right,
But
so why-
they are
so
fully
instead of doing-
regulated, and
so
some
instead of-
states have decided that they're illegal to participate in.
So
like
instead
Texas.
of jumbling them all up and painting every casino the same color, have you done research on Stake? Because before I picked up anything, I've done research. Stake's been around for 4 years. Before that 4 years, there was another company, right, that they left that was been around for 10 years, and some of them left, made Stake. They've been around for 4 years. They will be around for another 10 years. There's so much if you just do a little research. Instead of just talking out your ass and basing this off of CSGO fucking Lotto, that you can go look at. Do you understand?
I'm not
There's
basing it
so
on CSGO
much.
Lotto. I don't know anything about CSGO Lotto. I wasn't around when that shit was popping off. Okay.
I have a question.
I can't even make that comparison. 'Cause
Hasan, I
I'm
have a
unfamiliar.
question. I'm genuinely curious. If nobody was paid for at all, and they decided to take their long-term streamer earnings, 3 mil, and gamble the fuck out of it over the span of 4 months, would you think about it or talk about it differently?
Yeah.
Then
And
Why?
people have been doing that. I
Why?
still think it's bad. Oh, 100%.
Why would you talk about
so,
it differently?
so you won't talk about it
Because,
differently.
it's
You
like
didn't say,
because to me, that is the equivalent of fucking slots are the equivalent of
then,
So then it's
then
not
you
about
would
the
argue
kids.
it the
So
same
then
way,
it's not
right?
about the kids.
Then
Then
it's
why are we
the
talking about the
equivalent of
kids?
fucking
No
being
way.
an
We're talking about it
alcoholic.
differently.
You're latching
And it's
on.
the equivalent of being an
all-
alcoholic
Hasan,
on
it's
stream.
everything.
Then you would argue it the same way, right?
What?
No.
Oh man.
Guys,
I'm sorry,
I
can you
think- I
repeat the
think
question?
Then you
again?
would argue it the same
So
way,
this is about stream. Oh man.
or not?
It's not about
whether
it's-
people are
it's
paid for.
all aspects.
If you-
of
if-
varying badness.
Okay, if you're going to
Holy shit.
downplay the importance and not give a fuck about it when it fits your arguments, whether somebody paid or not, then don't bring it up.
I'm not
Holy
doing that.
shit.
Yeah,
I've never done that. I think it's
you're
still bad.
overplaying the importance of
It's
it
not
when
as
it
bad.
fits,
No.
and you're underplaying it when it doesn't. That's just stupid.
Oh my god, it's still bad. It's still bad. Okay, just like when I was talking about trains, gambler streams versus everyone else's, regardless. Okay, it's still bad. There's
Okay.
just varying degrees of bad.
Yes,
Just because something
yes,
is less bad doesn't
Hasan.
mean it's not bad.
The
Yeah,
problem.
Hasan, listen. I think what you're talking about is different from what Ethan was talking about, and let me explain how. Okay. If you want to tell me that you think gambling streams are bad in general because gambling is bad and it's an addictive thing, I understand that. Do you understand? I get it. As an addict myself, I get it. But the way Ethan started this entire fucking thing off with our mutual friends, kind of going into the drama show bullshit, right? It started with rigged, scammed, things that are going on behind the scenes that we don't know about that streamers are in. Do you understand? Starting it with that, and now that we're in the conversation.
That's not what he
going
started
in-
with. That's what
It is what
xQc
started
took
with.
out of the conversation because he
No,
agreed
that
with
was
like
today.
most of the
No,
other points that
no,
Ethan had made.
That is what it started with before xQc even got involved. Do you understand? That is
One
what's.
aspect of a lot is that
But you
it-
can't
these are
say
shady
it and jumble
businesses.
us all up into it without any doing research.
I
Thank
literally said
you.
you guys aren't doing the scamming. The difference between what you're doing and CSGO is that those guys own the fucking website. How many times do I have to say that?
Yeah, but even the casino now, have you done research into the casino now?
They did not know about providers
Other
until
casinos, I
they
cannot
didn't know
speak
about,
for.
They did not know about providers until I told them about
Hey,
it.
you don't know about providers, you don't know about casino, you don't know about the hosting. Just do a little research
I
and
know
then
that
we'll
there's
come
a
talk.
third party that, I know that there's a third party that licenses that same software out to multiple different companies. That's why I'm saying it's irrelevant to the point, the overarching point of this argument. Like, just because something is rigged, it doesn't mean
it's relevant.
it's more. It's
Ethan's
worse
point.
when it's rigged. It's definitely worse when it's rigged. But
It's not
regardless of
worse
whether
when
it's
it's
rigged or
rigged,
not,
it is illegal
it's
and
still bad
illegal
behavior
and
that you're promoting.
disgusting.
I can tell you for sure that these most of these shady websites are probably going to do everything in their power not to pay out winners.
What?
What?
That's a step. What?
Yeah, what is that? What are you saying? What are you
What
talking
are you
about?
saying? I'm confused.
Shady casinos that accept crypto will fucking not pay people out on their winnings. They'll accuse them of cheating or.
Is there any
What?
evidence? Is there any
they'll
evidence?
say-
editorial
Is there,
side or your
is there,
factual
is there
side? I'm
any
confused.
evidence of that, or even any reliable testimony on a heavy hitter tying website or industry leaders?
I don't know if you.
of any of this?
I don't know if you guys are playing on heavy hitter websites.
Yeah. What? Yeah. What?
Oh my God.
That's the basis of our conversation. Is that we take the precautions and the research, not the scumlord scam bullshit.
Wait,
I'm not
this is
saying
really
you're scamming, but these
XQC, I
websites
don't
are
think you want.
shady
I
as
don't think you
fuck.
want to say that. I actually don't think you want to say that, especially considering the fact that you thought it was bad and you stopped doing that. I don't think you want to fucking say that, especially when you don't know, especially when it's crypto backed. I'm sorry to say this, but like, there's a reason why it's crypto based, and there's a reason why it's in some bumfuck fucking random island, and
Yes.
that's where it's based out of. And the reason is because they want to skirt regulations. Like, come on, you don't. I'm not saying that they're 100% going to do this, but
Is
there's
that
an
in a
additional
way?
layer of being
Not
risk
in
averse
a
there.
way.
They are
not,
licensed
not
in
a
Canada.
way.
Like, I'm confused.
No, wait.
I don't know which
Not in
website
a
you're
way
playing on.
that fucks the user up. The way that Ethan is portraying it, that he's applying in a blanket across all sites and promotions onto. He's doing a blanket all of them. You understand that? Now, what he's saying is that people are getting scammed across the board. Is there any evidence that
Oh my-
that
I'm so
that
I don't know if you know
okay,
this, but you know there's a risk to even having a fuckload of money in your PayPal. Like
there's risk having money in
having
your
a fuckload of money in your
pockets,
bank.
Hassan.
There's a level that's not FDIC
In your
insured.
fucking
This goes
pockets.
significantly beyond that. That's what I'm trying to say.
So I'm confused here. Are we still talking about?
I'll admit this. I need to look into what casinos these Twitch players are playing on. I was under the assumption that the websites people are playing on, especially like Aiden, and I don't know what website you play on, Trainwreck.
I play on Stake.
Okay,
Just
so
so you can do
I'll have to look-
research. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to look into like where these are regulated, what software they use. It could be possible that you're playing on a totally legit one, and that's great. That's much better. But I have a feeling the one that Aiden Ross is playing on, I need to do research. But I've seen the way that they communicate and they pay him and shit. Is that this is a website that is not regulated. It's not above the board. And what's commonplace for these kinds of websites, and I know from experience, is that they can fudge numbers, and not only that. When they don't fudge the statistics, if somebody wins a big jackpot, they will make every excuse and make every possible effort not to pay them, which includes accusing them of cheating somehow or giving them onerous amounts of documents to have to submit to the point where they can say, we can't verify your ID. This is the tactics that are well known by unregulated gambling sites, which is they're basically committing a fraud to not pay people out, and then once the authorities get involved, they just scram with all the money. This has been something the scams has been going around the world with stuff like all kinds of gambling.
You are right,
website. I don't want to say
you are right. Do these
but I don't know,
these
but
websites?
just to finish, Trainwreck. It sounds like you're playing on a legitimate one, so I don't want to say that. So I need to do research, but it sounds like you're playing on a well-regulated Canadian casino. So I don't think that applies to you.
Okay, See,
not
some
a
of
Canadian
these
casino,
guys with
just
the providers,
licensed in Canada.
they own real life casinos. They're established. Like they're
Especially
legit.
when they take crypto, then that's
You know-
extra shitty. It's like
Yeah,
they just fucking
they're real
disappear
life
to the vault.
casinos in fucking Curacao, though, dude. There's a reason for that.
Okay, we're talking about the user side of things and how it fucks the user and how they're getting scammed. Now we're talking about the regulation and the legality of the physical
complicated, bro.
casinos.
Complicated.
Fuck
There's lots of
off.
Well, I think
out.
it's immoral, and also in most cases it's illegal. Not every
you're
law is fucking
jumping.
bad.
You're
my
jumping
gosh.
to some weird
X.
legality dog shit to
I
disprove
cannot-
the morality of.
I
No,
actually,
I'm talking about the morality as well. I think I covered it
just can't
extensively
believe
as far
it.
as
Then
like
don't go to
promoting
legality.
addictive behavior that is
Then
like
don't go to
genuinely
legality.
fucking life ruining. And then also on top of that, I'm
Oh,
backing it up
Jesus.
with additional layers of legality as well, while tying the legality back to the morality and the reasons for why that law exists in the first place, or some regulation exists in the first place, and then showing how stake is different because it's able to skirt away from that regulation. And the reason
Stake is
why they are
the-
able to do that is because it's called offshore gambling. When regular sweepstakes websites exist, the reason why they do this is because, you know, they're doing shady shit.
Can you guys do some? Are you doing research on the state?
listen. If this was shady at all, Canada would not license them to operate in Canada. That's
I don't know
one.
what you mean by Canada has licensed them. Canada does not have the same level of restrictions on online gambling that the United States does, but that doesn't mean that, or different states in the United States does, but that doesn't mean that they're like licensed in Canada. I don't know what you mean by that.
They have a license to operate in Canada. Do you understand? That's what I mean by that. And number two, it's weird how just because it's crypto, you're attaching shady
Wait, I've never heard of this. By the way.
It's bad. You guys love
and painting a brush.
Yeah, it's bad. I agree. It's. I think it is.
It's just
I think it's malicious and out of bad faith that you guys lump in the bottom 1%
100%,
scammy
yes.
dog shit, exit scam trash with like the
literally
top
just
heavy hitters, the
made that- I
juicers
just-
that have
I'm not
in
doing
real
that.
life
I'm saying-
casinos and the
Yeah, you're saying because
established
it's
regular-
crypto, it
I'm
has to
consistent
have
on this.
shady. Yeah, you're saying because they're using crypto, they have to
Some
be
are
shady and they're
crypto
doing
only,
shady
but
shit. It's just weird to me.
I literally
No.
just made a crowbar separation between like
I'm not talking to you,
legitimate
I was talking to
license.
Hasan.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I think
was
it's
talking to
all
Hasan.
bad, but I think
Hasan just said
crypto
because
provides
it's
an
crypto,
additional
they
layer. Crypto provides an additional layer of
Yeah,
skirting
yeah,
authorities, and that's precisely
totally.
why they operate in crypto, and that's
Exactly.
precisely why they operate out of a fucking island rather
Yeah.
than a legal Canadian casino. If it was, if they wanted to get involved in like a legitimate gambling scheme, they could have had an American casino or even a Canadian casino that is literally based in Canada and can use the Canadian dollar or just fiat
It's-
currency in general.
I'm gonna be honest.
Here's what's
I'm gonna
crazy.
be honest.
No, real quick.
I
X,
think
please,
I
please,
think
please.
crypto's pretty cool though.
X, please, real quick. Please, real
real money
quick,
shit.
okay?
It's fucking cancer. Just
Here's-
forget it.
Here is my problem I have right now, and I'm gonna be as clear as I can for the you know
And I
people
tried
who
to log
can't-
into Stake, but it wouldn't even
the-
let me from the United States.
Exactly, yeah. So for the people that can't understand this, we just jumped from
It's complicated,
promoting.
bro.
No, hold on, no, wait. I'm not gonna on here. We just jumped from people.
Guys, I
Here's the
didn't
entire
get
argument
I
before
didn't get to say my
joined,
point.
where I was
I
sitting there
didn't
playing
get to
Rust
say
for
it.
29 hours. Just wait, let me finish.
I didn't say it.
Yo. Look at this. Look at my screen, you guys. Trainwreck. This is their headquarters, bro, on Google Maps. This
Give
is
me a
where-
second here.
No. This is important. This is
How-
where
oh
Stake
my-
Casino's
Oh
located,
my
you
god.
guys.
See this
How
one.
have we gone
Yeah.
from the argument of kids promoting and catering to
located-
kids, and now we're talking about
This is in their
crypto? Oh,
disclaimer. This is
you
a-
got like
this
this
is
is
Can
the
you
most
say
most
100%
bad
confidently
shit.
that this is not a scammer business, Train? I mean, honestly, can you? Because it sure looks like a fucking scam.
Look at this. This is their address.
Maybe it's not.
This is their
Yikes.
address, you guys.
You're
Yikes.
okay. Listen.
This is their headquarters.
Let's go
Holy
back
fuck.
to. Can you,
Holy
it
fuck.
doesn't matter. Listen.
This is a shed in the fucking ass woods
Okay,
of somewhere.
that's an issue you bring up overall. It's not an issue you bring up by lumping the people in and painting them as evil or some shit. I don't know why you guys are doing
What?
this.
Wait.
No.
Wait, what?
No. They're in a
This is
shed, you guys.
crazy to me.
They're in a shed. This is their headquarters.
Wait, I'm confused.
This is
That's
important.
I
Look
want to
at my
understand what
screen,
xQc's
Hasan.
argument is there.
They're in a shed.
Because
Yeah,
xQc, it
I'm
seems
sure every
functionally like
fucking
you've been
offshore company
defending
in the
that for
United
the
States
past
is in a
hour
shed
and a
too.
half.
I'm not
What does that do
defending-
with anything you
I'm
brought
not
up?
defending
This is some
anything.
virtue signaling
No,
You're
bullshit.
going with the
Totally legit
wrong
company.
things to get at it. It's You're lumping.
We started this with streaming on Twitch to children. Then
This is the
once we
website
said we
on
have an
the
older
bottom of the
audience,
website.
we've moved
Hey.
this. We have suddenly shifted this conversation
Let's
to an
send them letters.
entirely different political
No, those
fucking
are
stance.
multipliers that make
and
it
it's
worse.
the weirdest shit I've seen in my life.
No,
Like,
those
this is
are
some
multipliers
bad
that make
faith,
it worse.
virtue signaling
Trainwreck.
bullshit.
Let's go visit
Train, it's
them.
all
Let's
bad.
go
Oh
see it.
my
Let's go
God.
Train,
send
it's
them
all
feedback,
bad. It's all
to their
bad, but
shed.
this makes it doubly bad. Do you understand? Like, there's a difference between like
This is
something
the
is
carrot
bad,
house.
which
Okay,
we all agree on.
Hasan. Everybody with half a brain knows that these
Bro, the Kiriko company,
these
the Kiriko company is tied to the real name of the owner. Do you understand? It's
me
tied
take a look
to
at
the
this
fucking
place.
know your creator.
Nobody cares.
It's
like a
tied
really
to
nice
everything.
neighborhood. They've
There's
got
no
their-
shady back end shell company hidden.
I know
Run
someone
away
who
with your
literally
money.
went to jail for
There
this,
is
by the
a
way.
history. Follow the breadcrumbs. You'll see a history of the businesses of everything.
It used to be
it's-
based out of
Oh, man.
these
You guys
companies
seen
used to be
this?
based out of Cyprus. Some of them still
Don't
are,
say
and
these
based out of
companies. I'm
Israel.
talking
Some
about
of them
steak
still
and only
are.
steak.
I'm
Now
talking
they
about
moved into CureCow because I guess CureCow has less restrictions. That's why they do it.
This is steaks. This is the address on the bottom of their.
But there's a reason why they have to do it out of the shed in
Yeah.
CureCow, and that is
You
because
are literally using.
fat-
Listen. You are using hypotheticals and circumstantial bullshit. You're saying because they're in this, it has to all be a scam,
Don't
rigged,
send that.
shady.
Sorry.
It is unfair. It is fucking bad faith, and you are virtue signaling. We started this argument off of something entirely different. You
Trainwreck.
sat there together, circle jerking on a podcast, talking about the health of kids, and
Train.
now we're
I
talking about the location
I have an
of a
important
no, I
thing.
still agree with that point.
That
I
is
never
good,
backed
good,
up.
good.
I never backed down from that point. I still agree with that.
Legitimately
I have an
licensed.
important
This
point,
is what
buddy.
we've moved to.
Train,
This
don't
is
love
why
me.
this is just
Tyler,
a
Tyler,
fucking
I love
show.
you. I love you, but
Pander
listen.
to fucking
I
drama
never backed
viewers.
away from that point.
Train,
I
wait,
never
no,
backed
wait,
away from that
wait,
point.
wait,
I
wait.
still think
What
it's
are
bad.
we doing?
Please,
Some
give me a
petty
minute.
shit.
Hassan,
Some
you
petty
of all,
shit.
you of all
Please.
people, know that, dude. Why did the argument
Oh,
go
I
all the way
need
over
it.
here? Like, what is this whole systematic
Please,
thing?
let me
All of a
put
sudden,
this
you're
in.
just lumping everybody in. The problem now that
please,
we're
let's
having,
put the shed
the
aside.
problem that we're having.
Put the shed aside, and I just have one question for Train. Did you used to say on your streams that I wouldn't do this if I was a big streamer?
I probably have. Yes, I've said a lot of things on my streams, and I've
Yo,
grown up, evolved, and changed. Have you not done that? I'm sure you've had instances in the past where you've said very harmful things,
Why did you change your mind?
and now you've changed. Have you
Wait,
not?
do you think it's harmful to say you wouldn't do this as a larger streamer? The difference
No, I'm
is
just giving,
one is
I'm giving an
demonstrating
example.
growth.
People's perspectives change. Things change.
What changed
right?
that made you say, okay, I will do this as a big streamer?
I got a love for it. I enjoy gambling. It's what I do on my off time. So now I do it on stream, and I know I've catered to a older audience. And as long as I'm responsible and transparent, which I am, which you've admitted to me being,
$1 million a month.
I do
that's
it.
all I'm saying.
that the fact you keep bringing that up
Yeah, it's
reflects
totally
your
on point.
It reflects envy more than it does facts.
It totally.
It doesn't.
totally
Me
changes
taking a
the
million
whole-
and using that
your
million
whole
on top of my
hobby.
funds
I
is
don't care what you
irrelevant.
do with the million.
It's
I don't care
irrelevant.
what you do with
Okay,
the
I have
$1
to.
million.
Can I say something here,
Yikes.
Ethan, really quick?
I'll enjoy any hobby if someone pays me $1 million.
Yikes.
I'll go fucking croquet with my grandma. I don't give a shit.
Ethan,
I'll
Ethan, hold
play
on.
Jim
Let me
Rummy
ask a
with my
question here.
fucking mom and her friend.
Yikes.
My question is this, okay? Do you feel like you adequately defended the prior points about like addiction and how this promotes addiction? And do you think that's why we're like moving away? Or do you think we're addressing every single deflection that you've brought up so far?
Train, I got you.
Demonstrating
I got
that
it, one.
why these are multiplyingly bad and worse when you realize that it's in fucking CureCoW
Okay.
and this is what the headquarters looks like.
I'll-
Because
I-
that's
I
what's
will-
going
I
on, but
will
you make it seem like we're running away from the original argument.
The reason why we're running away, Hasan, is that we are only everybody's forced to go at your pace. You fire 20 shots, pang, really small shot at the bottom of your argument, right? Right? And they're all really damaging, and you're lumping us in with all the evil people. And every time we bring that up, you downplay its importance. Oh no, these are specifics. Forget about that. And next point. Oh no, no. It's not about that. It's about the bigger picture. And you're pushing further and further to other topics because we have to. Because you're downplaying the good points and overplaying the good ones.
I'm so confused. There is no good point to promoting gambling.
The one about the
on
alcohol was a
stream.
good point. We
gets
stood
paid $1 million.
we
That's
stood
the
away.
upshot.
The one about the
I think
one
alcohol
about the degrees of evil.
promotions-
The
I think
degrees.
alcohol promotions are
Wait.
also bad, but a varying
degree-
degree of bad, considering
Oh.
The
that you.
degrees,
Trainwreck.
the degrees of evil.
What's up, buddy?
This is why the slippery slope argument is
I
a
guess
logically
so.
fallacious one.
Because
Now,
you-
do you understand why? Do you understand why it's a logical fallacy?
No,
Because
you guys run. You guys
I'm
just keep
giving
running.
you tangible, identifiable reasons as to why a certain thing is bad, and then what you are doing is what is known as whataboutism. Okay?
What? I never did
By
that.
saying,
When did I
what
do that?
about alcohol? Which then I describe
That-
exactly how that's different.
that is not
so
what
then
I
you wanna
said.
Tie it back
That
to,
is-
So then you want to tie it back to gambling.
Hasan, no,
I already
no.
gave you.
Hey,
I already
guys,
You're
gave you.
cheating. You're
You're
cheating.
concise
You're cheating the
examples of
argument.
how-
No,
up.
no. You're
coming up here.
maliciously twisting your
I have an
your
important
recollection of the.
I'm not. I'm just.
You
I'm
are
just
no,
retelling
no.
your argument.
Everybody,
Where
shut the
steak
fuck
is located.
up. You are maliciously misreconstructing the argument we had to play in your
Misconstruing.
favor. It is not how we went to that point at all. We went
I don't
to the,
know
we
what you're
went,
referencing
we
right
went
now
to the,
anymore.
we
I really
went
don't know.
we
I'm
went
sorry.
to that point because
Background is the
initially
hut where
we
steak
were
is located.
talking
I just want
about
people to know.
the promotion of a vice
shed.
or something bad or illegal.
This
Right,
is where
or
millions and
damaging, right?
millions
Or
and
Wait,
millions
wait,
of
wait. I
dollars
think
are
you
laundered.
misunderstood.
not illegal, but
There are vices. It's like saying doing a fucking sponsorship for a sugary candy is bad because of the consequences of diabetes. Like heart disease kills millions of people. That's a terrible argument to make. I mean, sure, that's still bad, but there's varying degrees of bad. There is a reason for why we hold specific vices to a specific value and regulate them appropriately, and that's because they are incredibly damaging and very hard to very hard to moderately enjoy.
I just pointed
Especially
out
for a lot
at
of
the,
different
at
people.
the
Well, I don't trust
hypocrisy.
any company that's run out of a building like this.
Ethan, give me a minute. We'll get to that in a minute. Okay, I'm talking to
Brother,
Hasan. Okay,
here.
no.
Here you go.
No. Listen,
That's the company you're talking about that you're showing.
Like, give me a minute.
Is it based in Cyprus too, by the way? Because I wouldn't be surprised.
Yo, we have a valid
Based
point.
in-
We have a valid point for once, and you guys are misguiding the decision to a hut. A hut in Cyprus or some shit. We're talking about a real
Serious,
point,
bro? You guys ever heard
and
of
you're
that, bro?
showing me a van from fucking Cancun or some bullshit. I don't give a shit about the hut.
I do.
Now, because we're not there
I
yet.
love the hut.
We're not there yet. We were already talking about
I
something.
love the hut.
Okay, then buy the hut. Buy it.
I could. I mean,
Yeah, buy it.
I will. We should buy this hut. But go ahead. I'm sorry for interrupting.
Okay, Hasan, what I indicate to you, I simply point at the fact that I thought it was slightly hypocritical, right? That in the podcast that I wasn't in, you were with somebody who did a paid promotion for alcohol, right? And you were sticking only on the fact that promoting gambling is also dangerous and bad, right? When I made the link because the promoting alcohol is I think also bad. Both destroy childhood, families, people's mental. People die from multiple suicide from all those things.
I agree.
I think it's a comparison that draws a good picture that's as close as it gets. And I thought it would be good.
Yeah, but you're
bringing
not
up
addressing the
because
I know.
it's so
okay,
close.
Fuck Mischief then. He's
that
wrong.
you-
He's wrong for doing
okay,
alcohol promotion,
fuck it.
right?
Thank you.
Okay, but that doesn't change the main argument that we're having, and I don't even fully agree with what you're saying as far as like alcohol promotion. If Mischief was getting fucking shit-faced, he would get banned off the platform. Like that would be entirely different if he was like, I love alcohol, like let's
What?
fucking keep
No,
drinking
no.
and promoting the
No.
degenerate level of alcohol
You
consumption.
motherfucker.
that-
If you're gonna present gambling as black and white and no degrees, then you do the same with alcohol. Black and white, no degrees.
Facts.
Don't give me this shit about, oh, he's passing
Yeah.
out. What is the gambling equivalent?
Because I think-
dying on the stream from the slots pulling out of my arms? What are you on about? Well, what a dumbass.
Yeah, because I think I don't have the same opinion on poker streams. Maybe if you knew that, you could turn around and say I'm a fucking hypocrite for that. And the reason for that, even though it is still gambling, is because the subsidiaries that you have to utilize are, in most circumstances, legal ones. Okay, if it's an illegal one, that I would have an issue with that as well. And the reason why I don't feel the same way about slots as I do about poker, for example, I'm giving you.
It's happening again. You're
raining
hiding
at the hut.
You're hiding at some.
No, I'm
behind this weird.
I'm actually telling you that there are different
Raining at the hut
degrees
in
in
CSGO.
bad behavior and promoting certain
Rainy weather.
vices. And I'm trying to describe to you by showing you the boundaries of my moral system so you can understand where I'm coming from. Do you get what I mean?
Okay. What if I gamble unpaid for $10 on stream?
Off stream? What?
No, on stream. I gambled $100 on stream, and I gambled it. Right?
Gambling on
Black
stream
and white.
routinely.
It's
Okay,
bad.
this is you are
No.
talking about an extreme circumstance to make it seem less innocuous to a bunch of people who cannot comprehend how bad this is.
So
it
it
would
seems
still be
like
bad.
it
It would
seems
still be bad. Even if you gambled $100 or whatever the fuck
it seems
on a
like
casino stream, it would be bad. But if you understand that it's still bad, then you should be able to
Listen,
comprehend why
to
it's
me, it
still
seems
bad
like
when you're gambling
things are-
You're going to
$1,000
say
a
it's
hand.
bad,
Nope.
That's fine.
things are
But
black
do
and white
not-
when it
do
suits
not-
you.
Do not.
Go ahead.
If you listen, I said this to Ethan in the beginning. If you're gonna say it's bad, you have every right to, and that's fine. The problem is, in the beginning, this was used, whether it was you or whether it was Ethan, in order to start this entire show off, right? Petty tactics were used,
QXC wanted
insinuating
QXC
that we are
plays
all
StarCraft. I know who that
scamming,
is. I don't know where he's
rigging,
at.
and
I don't
involved
care.
In the beginning, and we're selling it to children. That's what it started as days ago. Do you understand? That's what
It's
it
a
started
multiplier. Yeah, that's a
as.
multiplier.
No, but you
offense.
cannot bundle us up in there, and then now that we're here, say it's none of that. But
Wait, what's
ethically
the-
speaking, this is
Wait,
based
am I
in this
missing
country.
a point? Because I haven't backed away from a single claim.
I'm
So
talking. I'm talking about
please.
Ethan. How this entire thing
we're talking to
started.
me
You
now?
understand?
I'm in the hut, bro. I'm at the hut in CSGO, bro.
See, in 2012, Ethan, this kind of stuff would have worked, but we're in 2021. People are a little
Hasan,
smarter.
the
Like,
problem with
doing
you-
these little
Harder than
the
what?
problem-
Charades?
the
I'm not
problem-
backed away from a single point. I don't want to relitigate this.
problem
issue.
with
Back away from
Hasan
every
is that-
point, this entire fucking show.
The whole point is that
Hasan-
this is the place you say is legit. It's in a fucking hut in the middle of some goddamn country with
I'm
a piece of
saying-
land I've never even heard of. Dan's well educated. He doesn't know
place
heard of
I'm
it either.
saying is, listen, I'm saying
What's the name
the
of the
gambling
country?
streams I did, I do,
CSGO.
did, those are legit. Do you understand? We're not sitting there playing with fake money. We're not sitting there fucking scamming and rigging. I'm losing. You're basing everything off of a clip of where I win instead of watching my 20-hour fucking stream. That's what I'm saying is legit.
I think
These
you're
things
hyper
that-
focusing on
Things
again,
that no. These things that you're grasping at about other countries where they're based. I don't know what the
This is a
fuck
hut and
or how the
CSGO.
fuck.
Wait, Ethan
Right.
Ethan, I think that's not my statement, and I personally don't care about that. I think my opinion is
Jesus.
broader than that. It's completely irrelevant to me because I never made that statement, and I don't really care.
Okay,
I
Hasan,
understand why someone could make that speculation given how gambling operations have worked previously on the internet. I don't think Ethan ever said that either of you guys are like personally involved in stake in a similar capacity to like the CS:GO shit. And I'm not
Hey,
very
you guys-
familiar with the CS:GO stuff in general, so I would never have been able to make that comparison, right?
If you
I don't
Yes.
know what the fuck that is.
Trainwreck.
So
Hasan.
having said that, the arguments that I've made have not been addressed, or when addressed, you agree with me. It seems like both of you do that gambling is bad. Okay,
Yep.
that it's very irresponsible, and it leads you to like $2.3 million losses.
Yep.
And I personally
Yeah.
think if this kind of behavior is so destructive to the tune where it's like it makes you 15 times more likely to commit suicide, it's the most suicidal prone addiction out there. I think that promoting that to an
a
audience,
close
no matter
second
what their age is
alcohol
harmful.
and drugs, right?
Promoting it to a younger audience that
close
is
second-
impressionable is even more harmful. Promoting it to a younger audience that's impressionable through a website that is regulated is still bad, but unregulated because they're based out of xQcOW is the worst fucking thing you can do. That's my argument. So I've addressed every single
Don't
point
give me
that
that
you have
argument
made
when
so
I have
far.
I have an older base, 100%.
Does that make sense, though? Do you guys understand? I want to make sure that like this
Listen,
is as
don't
clear
jumble me
as
up with the
humanly
12-year-old
possible.
I never-
PG-13ers. That's all I'm saying.
Hasan, I never argued against that. This
Okay, so we have
this
no disagreement
podcast
then.
has been like a 3v1, and Train already knows my stance about gambling. I'm already kind of against them. I know people keep thinking that I'm like defending gambling. I was only in the first place to stop something from people from lumping us with actual scam lords. I think it's kind of unfair, and I don't like it. Lumping us, it's just bad. I don't like
Hey,
it.
Trainwreck, if you're trying to be transparent, why is it that all the videos you post on YouTube is of you winning jackpots?
I don't post videos of me on YouTube.
Oh, this is Trainwreck TV highlights. That's not you.
My channel is Trainwrecks TV. That's my channel.
Train TV highlights.
Yeah, that's not me, buddy. Nice job, though. Really good. Really good fucking investigative work. Really good.
Producers,
really fucking good, man.
Step it up, producers. Come on now.
Really fucking good.
Okay,
Yeah,
guys,
you probably fired that guy.
Producers, step it up.
It doesn't matter. You
big
also
of a
Oh, it doesn't matter now that he's wrong, right? It doesn't matter now that he's wrong. But when you want,
No, it doesn't matter because you still already pin your wins, and we're talking about your streams, dude.
Yikes.
These are the clips people are watching. It doesn't matter that they got it wrong.
Clips
By the way,
people are
Train
watching.
And
TV
reaching this
highlights
hard, he's
do
gonna
not-
break his
that's
arm
not
doing
me.
that
Train
shit.
TV is not me. No, it's not me. That is not
Hey,
me.
well, you should remove those videos because it's putting out the wrong impression of you, dude.
Oh my.
okay.
No,
Jesus Christ.
oh, come on.
fuck.
Come on.
Not what
Train,
you want to put
train,
out
Oh
there.
my
Do not
God.
train me.
Train,
You should remove
if this
that
argument
channel.
was just
Exactly what
about
he's
wins and
doing.
promoting wins, then you could potentially make this a counter, right?
Yikes.
But even then, even if we are exclusively talking about the promotion of wins, like you talk about chasing that win, you pin your wins on your chat when people use the command to see how many wins you have thus far, or if you're up or down. So obviously, you do understand that it's a motivator because it's content. Ultimately, it's content, right? It's good content. When you're losing, you're
It
an
is
underdog.
always
It's
rooted
not,
in.
no, it's not about content. It's not about content. I do it regardless. Do you understand? If I was at 1,000 viewers, I'd do it. This is what I do. Why are we
Well,
pretending like this
I did it for the
thing
content, I'll
happened?
admit to it.
I've been gambling since the beginning.
No,
Do you
I think
understand?
it's content. It's
OG
compelling too. Like
gambler.
Yes,
I
but that's
think
not
I think
the
it's compelling
primary
content. Don't get me
reason.
wrong.
Do you understand? It's not
It
the
definitely
primary
is content,
reason.
to be honest.
Explain this photo.
It happened.
That clip
the content
channel
thing happened.
that clip
If it
channel
wasn't
promotes the
content,
same
people
concept that we
wouldn't
were
watch
promoting, by
it.
the way.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is I didn't do it for the
Explain this photo,
content
Train.
aspect.
Train, that clip channel
What photo? What are
literally
you talking about?
proves the same argument that you yourself have made over and
Where
over
is it?
again. The clippable moments are your victories, and that's what people care about. That's what people gravitate towards. If you
That's
were
my point.
losing all
Thank
the
you.
time, it still wouldn't matter because no matter what happens, you're ultimately going to win. And even if you were losing all the time, people are clearly still getting on board and signing up for the website or gambling more on that website after watching you. And that's precisely why they're paying you $1 million a month. Like, look, I think
they are
hitting the
losing
bag
money
is one
on me.
thing, right? And by
They
the way,
are
it's not a
losing
bad
money,
thing.
and my affiliates show that. They are losing money on me. They pay me because if I'm going to go live, they want it to be on their site. They find it more damaging if I'm on another site versus being on theirs. Do you understand? They don't pay me because I'm bringing them money. Do you understand that?
How are you not afraid that you're going to
large
make
scale.
more train wrecks out there, by the way? Like, that's my point. People love you, dude.
Right,
They
and if
look
you,
up to you.
but if you're gonna give that argument, Hasan, I need, like xQcOW was saying, I need consistency amongst everything across the board, not just this that I'm involved with and xQcOW is
am.
involved with. All
I
your
think I am
mutual
pretty
friends.
consistent. People
I
call me
actually
a
agree with
virtue
Train on this
signaler
one.
all the
I don't
time
agree
for
with
this
him.
reason. I
The
literally had a
alcohol thing was a prime
conversation
example.
personally with Yasuo when he asked me.
Where's the
I
picture you're
personally
linking, brother?
told him, no
on my
cameras, no
screen.
nothing.
That's
like,
not
that
what
I
my
think
argument is
he's doing
about.
is wrong.
We already know it's
Where is
bad.
it?
We already know it creates gamblers.
It's on my
He
stream.
could gamble.
It's
You
just-
could
it's
gamble
a-
the 5
it's just a
viewers.
goof.
You would still be influencing people to gamble.
not on
That's
the
just kind of how it
I
is.
love 'em,
You can
but I
downplay
think
how
he-
much
but
or
I
who's
think he's
doing
doing
it.
that.
Trying to find it.
It's still promoting
It's just a
gambling.
stupid
I get
picture.
it.
It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, see, those, I'll keep it $150. Like, no cap. Those
I'm
motherfuckers
muted.
ain't watching
I'm
me. If
holding
they're
the
watching
button.
me,
See my
they
hand?
have a parent right behind them, and that parent is a fucking idiot.
I'm
just
holding
kidding. I
the
don't think a
baton, you
5-year-old will watch
fuckers.
it. Just an
There's
image that I
no
wanted.
shot.
Thank you. Peace
Yeah,
and love.
that's funny
Look,
though,
at
yeah.
the end of the
Roll
day,
off.
I think we are having we are not going to see eye to eye on this one, you know, and I think we've all presented our positions on this. I think if I can make some conclusions that we've drawn, we all agree that gambling is bad. There are different degrees of badness. You know, someone like Aiden Ross, who's not even playing with his own money, who has a younger audience.
I mean, by the way, you also have clips on your personal channel that like show you winning $400,000 and, you know, this last minute bet saved me a lot of money, which is fine. Like, you know, you show that doesn't make it worse overall. My point is that like it's
I
all
tell
bad.
people not to post this shit.
Okay,
at all.
Hasan,
my main YouTube should just be my content, and that's it.
There
Okay,
shouldn't be wins.
Hasan, I went to YouTube,
there
okay?
is, then-
I watched your party highlight. I saw you drinking heavily. I went out there, I drank as much as you did, and I passed out. I was blacked out. Motherfucker.
Facts.
You saw a party highlight where I'm drinking heavily? I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, it was a joke. It was like, dude, like, where are you going with this?
Dude, come on. But like,
if that's
facts.
something I did, I mean, if it's not a hypothetical, then yeah, I would want to fix that. I would not want to have that up. I think that's actually not good.
Okay.
Okay, so be just as vocal and consistent across the board on all those matters, and get into a podcast with your two friends, and
don't
let's
have
do
to care about
100,000 viewers
everything.
on each of
Just
them.
because I'm not passionate about every single fucking thing bad happening in the world doesn't mean that I can't care about what you're
When you
doing.
use
wrong.
the example
you're
of
wrong.
care
Correct,
about the
correct.
kids,
Yeah, I don't know
should be.
why. I don't know why you
Because
guys
when
are.
you use kids,
Guys are just
you
what
should
about
care
it
across
all
the board,
fucking
should
day.
you not?
I
We're
do
not
talk
gonna
about a
agree.
lot of these issues,
I'm not
by the
talking to
way.
you,
I literally do.
We're not-
Oh yeah,
We're
you
not
didn't
gonna
seem to talk
agree.
about a lot of it. Yeah, the other day on the
Okay,
podcast
I'm
that you
gonna
wouldn't
do
let me
a
in
stream now
about the alcohol
dedicated to
promotion.
every bad
You
thing
weren't
in the
very vocal
world,
about
just
that
so I
one,
can
were
come
you?
back in
When it was
30
right
years when
there
I'm
in your
done
face.
and then talk to
Were
Train.
you, Ms. Hasan?
Until I've criticized every fucking issue in the world, I have no moral.
if
I
you
have
make your
no
primary
ground to
focus
talk
about
to.
the kids, then yeah, I would like to see alcohol
Okay, I'm gonna
against
go and
alcohol
save the kids
sponsors.
store
Yeah,
so I can talk to Train in 10 years from now when
100%.
I'm done.
Okay, but you understand that you have not actually
Is there one person in the
successfully.
world qualified to criticize you, Train, by that metric?
what was that?
Is there one person in the
Pope.
world who is qualified to criticize what you do?
I think I am.
You're allowed to criticize what I
Oh, I
do when you're using fucking facts, not some bullshit about scam, rig, and some trash. Do you understand?
Okay, you're
Well, I
hyper
mean,
focusing
listen,
on the
it's all-
scam rig
People,
trash
okay,
shit. I
yeah,
never
and
Let
made
me
that.
reiterate this. People
not
that
talking to
like
Hasan, I'm talking to
Gamba,
him.
that like doing that content, and that are doing it, and or are being promoted to do, or
we're
who are
not
being
gonna
paid to do
agree.
it, will be continuing to do it, regardless of my opinion, yours, until it
More
is
people are gonna do it
outright
if you're doing
banned.
it. More people are gonna do it if you're doing it. Your fans are gonna do it. He's making $1 million a month. I don't care what you do with that $1 million. If you happen to spend it on
I've
gambling,
actually,
okay.
I'm actually
I don't
down.
care.
I'm actually down
Listen.
$1.5 million, but thank you.
Okay, great, fantastic. Listen, this is where if you guys, what's your affiliate code? I'll give you a promo. Steak.
I don't want to.
Someone tell me what it is.
Don't tell.
Steak?
Don't. I don't push it at all. Don't do it.
Well, I'm gonna do it for you. I want you.
I don't want to do
to
it. See,
No, I
now
want
you're,
to.
now you're just being an asshole. No,
This is weird.
Yes, I am. I know I'm not being an asshole. I want you to get paid.
that's just weird.
This is
Ugh.
weird.
This is
Really
the
weird.
headquarters. If you trust, if
Yikes.
this is the place where you want to put your money, right behind me, you can head on over to Stake Casino and play with the likes of Trainwreck and get a huge, not a huge return. You're guaranteed to lose your money from the
What are you
from
doing?
Train himself, from Trainwreck himself.
Checkmate.
That's what I say. Yeah, you will guarantee. You guarantee to lose it.
Guaranteed to lose your money
100%. Yes,
there.
you will lose.
Right into this shed.
Wait, why did you feel weird about plugging something that you get paid to advertise?
I
Yeah,
don't
why is that weird?
because I
Dude,
don't
it's on
like.
your screen
I don't-
every
I don't
time.
like
Every
it
time you stream,
because
it's
I
on
don't
your
like affiliate
screen.
codes. I don't like it. I
But
think
why is it
affiliate
on
codes are
your
weird.
screen?
You have it on
fucking
your
time.
stream, dude.
Yeah, it's on my stream for
Okay,
people who
guys,
are gambling.
you're
Take the
being
$1 million.
ambiguous about this. It's like if somebody was on this podcast saying, "Guys, look, guys, I drank G Fuel. Guys, get code xQcOW." Like, dude, it's like, dude, it's just weird. Like, you're like, yeah, I don't know.
Okay,
it's
then
just-
why did
because he's
Train
being
say?
coy, like,
Okay,
he's like-
It's
that's
just
one thing.
weird,
But Train
like,
said he
I
doesn't like affiliate
but I'm
codes in
not-
I
general.
don't push my
I
code.
get paid a lot of money, but I don't
The
like
code
it.
is there
It's
for
like-
people who gamble already that are degenerates like me,
yeah,
and they
yeah.
can. That's it. I don't push it though. I verbally
You
tell
know,
people
you
not to
don't push it,
gamble
you're a
all the
thing.
time.
You do
Y-
you're-
Right now, what you just did right there, Ethan, has pushed it more than me in 3 months. So congratulations.
Yes, I'm sure the people that watch you day in, day out are not using the code that's explicitly displayed on your screen. They're not using it versus me pointing at a shed in the middle of fucking nowhere saying this is where it's located. I'm sure everybody's running to go sign up for Steak. It's located in this fucking shed. I'm sure I'm doing all ton of damage to the youth, the people of America.
Okay.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, I
Excellent.
really want to reiterate because I think people are really not getting. So my points on my stance is, this is like an opinion and a degree thing, but I agree. Gamba bad, shouldn't do it on stream. It is very damaging. I think most people will agree with that.
Agreed.
I did it, and I agree with that. I get it.
Okay.
I was rooted mainly in this idea. Gamba content because I'm enjoying it, and whenever I'm enjoying something, chat enjoys it. I enjoy doing it, and I love doing it. Okay, I understand the impact of it, and I more understand it now. But I really wish that even after these experiences, you guys didn't lump people like me with legitimate scam lords and scum
Perhaps
lords.
this is why no
It's
one
bad.
mentioned your name originally when we were talking to Aiden, and you thought we were talking about you and got mad and got offended when no one was talking about you because you already have admitted all these things.
I actually don't think I said anything really bad about
The only
XQC
time
to begin with.
xQc's name was brought up was when I was talking about normie streamers. When I said xQc is the biggest streamer on the fucking platform, are you telling me that he's a normie streamer to misgive to make fun of him for sucking off Aiden Ross?
What, did I
That
suck
is
off?
the only time your name was brought up, and that's
What?
precisely why
Did I
I'm very
suck off-
confused. I love it.
And in the yeah, no,
I love it because
he's
it's
right.
good content, but I'm very confused as to why you got so personally mad. Trainwrecks, understandable. Ethan brought up Trainwrecks. Understandable that Trainwrecks
because-
is mad. You just added yourself into the conversation when no one was
Because
criticizing you at all.
I never accused you of
because
scamming
it's a
anyone, dude.
dishonest. It's a
I
dishonest
think what
approach.
we call it, I think what we call this in the Among Us industry is self-report.
Okay,
Well,
motherfucker,
I'll tell
listen.
you- no, real quick, XQC, real
You
quick.
set up the self-report because
Being sussy as fuck right now.
You created an unfair scenario maliciously where 3v1,
100%. I
three
agree.
analytical individuals would fire shots at Adin, some 19-year-old fucking basketballer
it wasn't a
from
setup. He chose
bumfuck
to call in. It
He
wasn't-
wanted
3v1.
to come on. He wanted to come on. We
He
weren't gonna
wanted
fucking
to
talk
come on.
about
It
you.
wasn't like a big old-
That justifies
Dude,
me
it wasn't like a
dismantling him
mastermind
and
thing.
not.
He wanted to call in.
You fuckers. You okay? Listen.
XQC,
Are you
You
saying
dis-
Mischief is analytical, by the way?
You
Because that's hilarious.
dismantled him one point at a time, leaving no points for any
XQC.
intelligent
Guys, I'm
counter argument,
happy to
and you
announce-
purposely locked me
Wait,
out of
wait, down on the
it.
stream?
It was
Do you think this was a
malicious.
better- do you think
It
this
was
was a better defense of
intentional.
cryptocurrency
It was
streaming,
intentional
in your
and
mind?
out of bad
XQC.
faith.
Exciting
Fuck
announcement,
you.
guys.
X,
If you head on
listen.
over to stake.com, you can use code H3. We just
but, like, for
received
real.
our affiliate code today. You get $500 free if you deposit $10,000, and you can play in this shed.
Okay.
Real
Here's
quick,
the thing,
hold
though.
on.
Like,
Wait. Hassan.
Guys, head on over to my stream if
Real
you want
quick,
to use
so
code H3 at
here's-
stake.com.
So after being here, right?
Bonus.
Because
what I've
I'm not
learned.
defending anybody.
Right here.
If you're gonna
Here's-
fuck up
here's what I've
Gamba,
learned.
you don't
X.
get to lump everybody in and using Aiden as a
X.
focal point, aka sole representation
Yes.
of the Gamba across. You don't get to do that. You
Here's
don't.
what I've
you
learned.
already apologized for it. You're in the same
Here-
boat as Mischief, so I don't know
here
why you're
is-
still mad. No
here's
one
what
was
I've-
saying you're in the same boat.
Because
Here's what I've
when
learned.
we
You're
get
still
lumped
defending
in,
it.
okay,
Dog, you literally, no one lumped you in. You lumped yourself in, and now you're mad and digging
The
yourself
media,
a larger hole because you're making it
every-
seem like you're defending cryptocurrency gambling.
everything has been doing. I always get the short end of the stick.
Oh my
okay?
gosh.
Okay. All that big titles, put my name in there. I always get lumped in. And when you guys put lies or things that can be disproved, right? And the only person who can disprove that
Disprove
when I'm
anything.
being lumped in is Aiden. It is out of bad faith, and you fucking know it.
Bro, you
And
literally, we never had this conversation with your name involved. I don't know why you're still on this. Okay?
Here's what I'm upset about. Let me tell you.
We literally
Okay.
never brought you up in that entire fucking conversation. Go watch the entire thing.
Real quick. Okay, drop that. Listen.
It's the truth.
Here's the problem here. He said his conclusion, his concluding words, I'll say mine. At the end of this entire conversation, we came to the conclusion, right? That gambling is bad.
Yes.
Yes.
Use code H3
So
at stake.com.
what does that confirm to me? Exactly what I've been saying. This is all
you guys
for the
are
fucking
misconstruing
show.
this. You guys
Because
act.
the way this started wasn't we think gambling is
if
bad.
the media
it
does
started
it,
with
No, it
and they
was.
leave
no, it
space
started
for
with the most
interpretation,
scumlord of shit ever.
I
It
will
started
be
with
lumped in.
scam, rigged, and children specifically.
I'm gonna lose my mind.
I
I'm gonna lose
have-
my
That's
mind.
where it
Guys,
started. Hassan, not you. Hassan, not you. I'm talking to
whatever you
Ethan.
want.
Ethan's shots to me, not you, Hassan. Ethan shots to me before your fucking podcast. Do you understand?
valid.
I'm not talking to you, Hassan. I'm talking to him.
All interesting, valid points to make.
He started with children. He started with scam and rig toward me.
Yeah.
And now that we're in the call, all it is we think gambling's bad. So here is the conclusion.
we've
This
debated
was
the
all
other
done
issues
to
as
sell a show.
sparsely
No, this was done to
possible.
sell a
Short
show.
of not
It was done
being in their
drama
fucking
baiting.
data center
It was
in
done
this shed
for
in the middle of
relevancy and
CSGO,
your introduction
I
to
can't
Twitch.
obviously prove that they're
That's
scamming.
what
So
it was
what's the
done
point of
for.
debating
And it's
it?
fucking
My
petty.
point is that obviously in the absence of having absolute proof, I am only, I'm guessing based on my experience and knowing about unregulated industries that it's possible they're doing those things. It's definitely interesting and worth bringing up. Obviously, I was short of having fucking evidence again and being in this shed, which is in the middle of
And you did
CSGO.
it.
Then what's the point?
You didn't
keep bringing
talk about
up.
it like you were short of evidence. You talked about it like it
watch
was
it again.
fact. You
Go
understand?
watch it again.
Okay.
Yeah. Go watch it again. And meanwhile, I'll watch your 10 hours, 12-hour stream where you're 20-hour stream where you keep saying don't do this with the code on the screen.
I never
That's
mentioned the
perfect.
stakes, by the way, but also, I think the stakes don't matter because ultimately, what is going on? I mean, the stakes is a multiplier. If the stakes are fucking, gamed in your favor, if they're juiced up, then it's really scummy. But ultimately, people see your wins, and they are a significantly better motivator than your losses. Your 19 hours of losses are a deterrence. Okay, that's my point, and that's been my
I
point.
just love how all the arguments here are like pointed out.
Doesn't change. They're all relevant.
Holy fuck. All right.
Yeah,
Well, hey
I know.
guys,
It's
good
hard.
talk. It was great meeting you, H3. Great meeting you again,
It was nice
Hasan.
meeting you. Thank you for calling
Great
in.
meeting you
no
again,
problem.
Hasan.
Yep. And xQc, it's always a fucking pleasure. Hey, you let me know. Send me a
Yes,
picture of
man.
that cock again. Hey,
It's
I need some
thieves,
material.
baby.
Yep.
Thick as
Hey.
thieves.
I know sometimes you run low. You hit me up at night. Anytime
Yeah, I
you
need some cock. Hey,
3
send
a.m.,
some
4
dick
a.m.
pics.
I got you, pal.
Hasan, hey, now that I know you're circumcised, my man. Listen, send me some of those too. H3,
Okay.
it was a pleasure. Later, guys.
All right. Take care.
Wait, are we done actually? Are we done? I don't want to leave and you guys are still here. Are we all done or no?
Well, I mean, I think we've talked this to as much as possible. This conversation is probably
bone.
done.
It's just that listen. I kind of wish I could make you guys understand this without sound like a fucking victim or whatever. But it's just because when there are certain points that are clumping everybody together, whether it's me, Train, Adam, right? And they're legitimately wrong, and it pushes a narrative that bites me in the ass every day, all the threads, and it's like, oh yeah, but him too. It's a recurring thing that
Okay, but then
I
get
can
mad at
end.
those people. Why are you getting mad at us? We didn't bring you up.
No, because okay, you not bring me up doesn't do shit. If you say something that isn't truthful and
Dude,
and
listen, it makes everyone look bad. It does. I don't know what to tell you.
yeah, it does, and it legitimately sucks. It's why I wanted to put a stop to it.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
So we agree. And for the record, I don't think you've been scamming anybody. It's great that you realized that this was a bad thing and you stopped, and I'm glad you stopped, and I think that's awesome because it's hard to say no to that much money, right? And so it takes a lot on a personal level to say no to $1 million a month, right? Or $2 million a month or whatever Aiden's getting. And so, you did the right thing, and that's great. And I think
fair
that,
enough.
that I'm totally I think it's great. What can I say? I think you're good. I mean, you did it. You realized it was bad. You moved on. That's fine.
The difference between you and Mizgiv, though, is that Mizgiv is not like coming on to be like, I'm gonna debate about still like this gambling site is not a scam or whatever the fuck.
When was Miz brought up and lumped in any articles or media pieces?
I did.
In the
I
past
brought him
weeks.
up yesterday. I said
Yeah,
Miz used to gamble.
That's
What do you?
you.
What do you have
That's you. Something that is recurring. If I find an opportunity to put a stop to it and try to give it a good explanation of why it's not a certain way, right, and it's not a complete scam lord shit, then I'd like to have a chance
but
to.
I don't think you're scamming. This is the hut, by the way.
Stop pointing to the hut, dude.
Saying. I've seen more legitimate fucking headquarters in
I mean, they probably
I
have one in
can't name
Cyprus
it.
too. Trust me.
That's
Like that
fine,
doesn't
but-
really. It's just like someone can have a legitimate
Hasan,
business and still be a scam.
Okay, I'm not saying anything. Okay, but you of all people should know. Okay, that don't like 99% of fucking billionaires have all their shit routed through through Belize and the Caymans Isles or fucking
Yeah, and it's
Monaco
really scummy
or some.
because yes, less restriction, less financial regulation and restriction. That's precisely why they do it. Just
You
like
know what?
the reason why Stake is not fucking headquartered in Canada and instead is headquartered in fucking CSGO is that exact same reason why billionaires fucking route their money through that, and that is incredibly indecent. And I'm fully against it. I would throw all those motherfuckers in jail if I had the opportunity.
xQc, I think you're great. I think that you did the right thing. I don't think you're a scammer, and I think you're a great guy. I think you're funny, and I like you.
Okay, thanks. It goes both ways. Sorry if I tell you guys if I send you
Well,
guys.
this is awkward.
You, Felix. That's
I'm sorry if I said personal insults to you guys.
This is fucking
like,
awkward.
I'm sorry.
Am I not gonna get any likes?
I'm sorry that I said to you guys, fuck you guys, or you're an idiot. Okay, it's just how I art sometimes. I go over the board. I apologize for that.
Fuck you, bitch.
fine.
You never respond to my DMs.
I would
You
have
fucking
loved
act
a
like I don't
compliment.
respond to your DMs.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, Train, I hate to say, but I don't like that you're still doing it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but you can still say that you like me.
And to be honest, I don't know you
Great
very
news.
well, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I don't have compliments for you at this time.
Oh, it's okay.
You have a beautiful. I'll tell you what. You have a really beautiful voice.
Thank you. See how great that was? It was that
like your
simple and that
voice.
easy.
Yeah.
How about my jawline? You like the jawline or no?
I'll have to do some further research before I comment on that.
All right, I'll tell you what. When you tune in today, if you like the jawline and Twitch Prime sub, and if you don't, then gift 5 subs. So I know what your answer is.
Okay, sure.
Okay, thank you.
Something tells me you don't need that sub money though.
I do. I'm down. Hasan, I don't know why you're laughing, my man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because if there's someone that doesn't
None
need the
of
sub
us
money,
here need
you know
the
what
sub
I'm
money.
saying?
laughing?
None of us
Because,
here do,
dude,
please.
Because I have a fuckload of subs. I literally show it on the corner so that no one misunderstands my financial predicaments or financial circumstances.
I have 0
Part of
subs.
that offers me the freedom and security to never take on fucking things that will hurt my audience, that I will engage in like marketing that I feel like is bad or damaging to my audience. So that's precisely my point. So yes, you are correct. I don't need it. I don't need it at all.
I mean,
Okay.
listen.
We're in the
listen,
we're in the
I'll tell you
barrier.
what. I'll tell you what.
We're in the winding
I'm
down
beholden to
phase.
my audience, and that's it.
Yeah, if
I'm
listen,
not
if
taking the
you
bait.
teach,
I'm not doing it.
Hasan, I'll tell you what.
Nope.
I will not gamble on stream for 6 months. If
Not
you can
happening.
teach me how you can preach distributive wealth and your goddamn chat's the only one distributing their wealth to you. You teach me how to do that to my chat, and I will happily stop for 6 months.
We'll do it.
Okay, facts.
Okay.
I'll make a call. Love you guys.
See you, man.
All right.
See ya.
All right. Love you. Bye.
Okay, are we shutting off the Discord? Hold on.
Yeah. So anyway, Hasan, thank you as always. Love you. Appreciate you.
Oh,
Yeah, thanks for
wonderful.
bringing on the call, man. Good job, guys.
XQC was great meeting you.
Hey, we meet you too, man.
And obviously I have no hard feelings, and I only have positive feelings for you.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, I'm glad you didn't go out there and say some bullshit and whenever there were like points where they were like kind of shaky, you know, you gave everybody room to go back and forth, you know, not some fucking bullshit. That's reasonable. I appreciate that.
I think you're smart. I think you're cool, and I wish you the best. And
Yeah.
I hope we can talk again.
Yep. So likewise. Okay, man. Okay, guys.
Right.
Have a
All
great day,
right,
guys. Goodbye.